What's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. Good morning to everybody. The Stream King has returned. Smash the like button. The truth is back. Gang, gang. Bay Area, hold me down. Gang. We back up on it. Ortiz would knock the fish and chips out this motherfucker. Why you put that, bro? Look at this. The brother decides to stand up like a man and throw down. Too bad Raheem had to die first. It's over. Everything starts from now. Ain't no one man above the crew. You know that shit. We're going to talk about it. Look at this. The brother, AJ, decides to stand up like a man and throw down. Too bad Dominic Brazil had to get it first. Listen, it's over. Everything starts from now. We gonna see. You know what I say. LSI. Let's see it. Hey, new media is a motherfucker. I tried telling y'all. Death Row East, believe in that. The pressure is a mountain. We never heard. Listen, in the interview where he calls him out, he admits he's never called him out. That's how you know what we be saying is the fucking truth. Man, I'm the truth up in the booth. Like Luda said. He even says in the interview, I don't mention these guys. So when I'm saying he doesn't mention Luis King Kong Ortiz, once again, new media gets the cosign from the person we're speaking of. See, when I say it, they say, oh, you hating, oh, you have a grudge, won't. But he admits in the interview that he hasn't called out King Kong. Oh my gosh, man, what y'all want? Everybody just type, I told you, this is the new running joke in boxing. Ego's Army, I need y'all to stand for this. Stand up. Whenever there's an Eddie Hearn's video, you can even do it on AJ videos. I just want y'all to put Eddie Hearn, the exaggerated Hearns with a bunch of N's and a bunch of S's. Definitely got to have them S's. Eddie Hearn. That's our new shit. We don't got to get disrespectful. All you have to do is just put Eddie Hearns. I just like seeing that shit. Blue Blood Sports TV, what up? Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all. New media is a motherfucker. We put so much pressure on the game. You guys don't even know what to expect in 2019. I just ordered some new gear. It's on. I'm telling you, it's on. I'm back to the old me, feeling good, feeling great, feeling organized. We back sharp. Mayweather reflexes. I'm telling you, I'm right here with it. Mayweather reflex. I promise you. Watch what I do next. I'm gonna let y'all hear this call out though. Do the fans want to hear it? Okay. If the fans want to hear it come out of AJ's mouth, can I get a hell yeah in the comments section? Yeah, if the fans want to hear it, we got to get the people what they want. If the fans want to hear AJ mention Luis Ortiz. Now, again, but see, this is the thing with pressure. Pressure bursts pipes. But at the same time, now you've opened Pandora's box. So let's see it. I've always felt like I brought a lot more to the table, so listen. Fight with one of the big fights.
What do you want
to... It's over. Everything starts from now. Listen. We gotta do this a cappella.
Accomplish in 2019? Like, as far as, like, we know you got the date. You got Wembley.
With the fights.
Right.
Just as I said, secure the fight with one of the big fighters. And if not, secure someone else that's number 3, 4, or 5.
Like, who would be ideally, if it's not Fury, it's not Wilder, who's your next ideal opponent? Immediate next.
Ortiz, Miller, or White.
Wow.
My top 4 selection.
I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz's name before. Hopefully,
yeah, you know what, you're right, because you know what it is for me, I always felt like these guys, they want to fight, but I've always felt like I brought a lot more to the table. So, you know, let's say they want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me. It's like well above their station. So I never even mention these guys' names because I already know what they're expecting when they fight me. And I know it's something that I'm not willing to give. So.
Right. So they're looking at you like, you know, the jackpot. If I'm going to fight AJ, I need to make a ton of money to do so. Yeah. I mean, but I guess they all have to look at you that way, essentially.
You know what I've always said it like is that they should look at me as a situation where, look, I'm a fighter, and especially at the heavyweight division, anything can happen. If they beat me, I will land a good shot, and they manage to knock me out. They hold the keys to the city. Right. So don't just look at me as like, let me just fight him and get what I want and then run off. No.
Let me take a real crack at it.
Let me take a real crack. This is my... All right. Let's talk about it. Listen, this is looking bad, man. Pressure burst pipes. Yes, he mentioned Ortiz's name, but at the same time, just listen to what he's saying after. Like, to me, there's a level of confidence and passion when you really want something. Like, I just threw like, I'm not gonna say how much, but for the channel, for what we doing here, I just tossed a bunch of money at some new gear. You know, I figure, fuck it. 2019, I've worked hard for this. We gonna up the brand. We gonna hit the ground running. The shit's on the way, So look for enhanced quality. We just taking over, man. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. But that's because I believe in what I'm doing. I've been doing this. I can't lose. I'm like Parker Lewis. I can't lose. There's a certain level of confidence. I don't give a fuck about money. Yeah, I spend a lot too. On the stuff. But at the end of the day, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back because we taking the channel to new heights. But the bottom line is, when you really mean something, you can look someone in the eye. You can feel it. Like, that's why Tupac is my favorite rapper, because he made you believe when he was telling. Like, when he was talking about the quad studio incident where he got shot up, he made you believe that people knew. He was like, because they knew. And now they scared. Everybody's scared. Oh, you didn't know what happened to me? I got shot. You supposed to be the king of New York. You supposed to be this mafioso. When Tupac was telling it, it just made you believe that he was set up. And I'm in your city. You don't know nothing. Like when the Wu-Tang got their chain, I helped them get them chains back. He's telling you. AJ didn't say it with no level of passion. I won't fight Ortiz, Miller, or, whoever he said, Dillian White, who we know he's going to fight if he don't fight Wilder, Fury, which we know is not probably going to happen. Come on, man. He just said Ortiz. So you ain't never mentioned Ortiz, and you just admitted that you never mentioned Ortiz, and then now all of a sudden you list his name first. Listen, I'm not new to this. Like Drake said, I'm not new to this. Listen. Just a meeting and said Tupac or make you want to swing on your mama, boy, clean up your room. I'm done. My dude Kid Corleone wildlit. But it just didn't sound passionate. We'll see. I'll give it a chance to see if it happens. But to me, what it really sounds like, Top Rank is famous for this. With their big stars, when they have like a Lomachenko or Pacquiao that we know is an asset to the company and who they're pitching to sell they say, oh, Pacquiao, his next fight, he might fight, all these great names, Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia at the time, Amir Khan, he might fight, they'll name drop Floyd before the Floyd fight happened, Canelo, whoever, Lucas Matisse way back when, they name dropping all these great names, all of them, a ton of names that you're like, damn, Mikey Garcia and Pacquiao, oh, I'd love to see that. Or, just all these matches, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and then they'll add on at the end, or Tim Bradley. And you knew each and every time Top Rank said that Pacquiao was finna fuck around and fight the person you least want on that list, which was Tim Bradley 2, Tim Bradley 3, And that's what I honestly, if I had to go with my gut feeling, that's what I honestly feel about Joshua's call out. Yes, he did say, that I won't fight Ortiz, but then he also said Miller or Dillian White. And then he also talked about, once again, finances. Right? And we're going to get to that in a second. So that didn't make me a believer. I didn't really hear no level of commitment or committal or passion in his call out at all. So that didn't really make me believe. Like, just look at Deontay Wilder. When he was talking about Luis Ortiz before he fought him, he made you believe that that's what he wanted. Everybody, it's like all of y'all are saying that King Kong is the boogeyman. But I ain't never been afraid of no boogeyman. When I used to get into bed, I didn't have no night light. I got straight up in the bed. You know how Wilder was doing all that. But the bottom line is he made you believe that he wasn't afraid of Luis Ortiz, that he really wanted to fight. I blessed you. I'm so frustrated because you failed your drug test. I blessed you. Joshua just said his name like loosely, It just didn't sound believable. And like I said, Top Rank used to do this. Oh, Pacquiao's going to fight, Matisse and Khan and all these proper names. And then he ended up fighting Chris Algieri. Nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Algieri, his eye was battered by Ruslan Provodnikov. Who really wanted to see him barely scrape by Ruslan Provodnikov, win by split decision, and face Pacquiao? I want the people, like, you should at least fight Ruslan. At least we know Ruslan has power, So that's the latest, he called him out. But the other thing, shout out to D-Lo, $2 super chat, Shmoney gang. He said White with confidence, but coughed Ortiz. See, that's what I'm talking about. It just didn't sound believable. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. Smash the like button. We working. The other thing is this. You gotta see. I analyze. I'm into linguistics and what people are saying.
In the palm of your hand. And you notice May I just set this off? You heard?
Hold on. I'm into linguistics. What you're saying. Not. I want to hear in detail what you're talking about. And he said something. I want to graze back over.
Jackpot. If I'm gonna.
It's like well above their station, so I never even mentioned these guys' names. Let's say they want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me. It's like well above their station, so I never even mention these guys' names because I already know what they're expecting when they fight me.
Okay, that made no sense. Listen, he said, I don't even mention these guys' names, like I'm guessing Luis Ortiz and shit, because I already know what they want and what they're expecting to fight me. So how you gonna just assume that Luis Ortiz is pricing himself out? Let me know. How do you know if you didn't negotiate with him? You never sent him no offer, So how you gonna just assume that what? I don't even respond. It just doesn't sound believable. It don't sound believable one bit. You just know that he's gonna price himself out, but you ain't try to talk to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't tried to negotiate with him. You haven't been in deep negotiations with him, but you just automatically know that he's going to price himself out. See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, AJ is probably a cool dude, like, you know, just to you go watch a movie with or something. But I question his logic a lot of times, like, just as, like, from a business perspective. He needs a PR person attached to the hip, because even if that was true and you knew somehow, which you're a psychic or whatever, Miss Cleo, call now for your free read on, you know. Why they the dude said, listen, he said, Ego, you're a fucking hater, always sucking Beyonce Wilder's dick, fuck out of here. I'm the hater, but you calling a man Beyonce, you know. Come on, bro. That's why my shooters had to deal with you. You see, these dudes are so emotional, and they know they're getting bodied. They getting bodied, bro. This is like Undertaker Tombstone. They're just getting bodied. You know, we hitting them with that Diamond Dallas Page, that DDT, bro. And they know it. That's why they're getting more radical. He calling a grown man Beyonce Wilder and sucking dick and all, you know what I'm saying? You doing all this, but I'm the hater. But you can't even dignify the person by calling them their real name. Stop it. Anyway, don't let that distract you. This is the morning show. Smash the like button. So somehow he knows people are going to price themselves out. So explain this to me. He said, this is why I don't even mention their names, because basically they're going to price themselves out and they're going to want more than their market value, more than they bring to the table, even though you don't really know. Luis Ortiz comes from the fucking gutter. You know what I'm saying? I came from the gutter and I'm still here. Like, he comes from Cuba, a place where you can't even turn pro as a fighter. So you don't really know until you get in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know until you get in there and get into negotiations what the fuck he's talking about negotiation wise until you do it. But hypothetically, let's, you know, play along and say you did know what he was wanting, even though you haven't had negotiations with him, whatever. But beyond that, this is why AJ needs a PR person. He said, this is why I don't mention their names, because they're going to want more and blah, 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 right? But then you just mention his name. It's that simple. You get what I'm saying? This is why AJ needs a PR person. Because what's changed? What changed, man? What has changed? You just said I don't mention their names because they're gonna want too much money. They're gonna price themselves out, basically. But then you just mentioned their name. You just did it. So why'd you do it now? But you didn't do it back. Inconsistent. I have never seen, like, I'm trying to think, you know, without being over the top, but in recent boxing memory, I cannot think of more inconsistencies from one team regarding, you know, a few very close subjects in boxing. I can't think of any other team that's been this inconsistent. Statement A don't match statement B, then they try to clean up with statement C that don't match either. You know, it's just, you just said you didn't mention these guys' names because they're basically going to price themselves out. But then you just called out Luis Ortiz. So why are you now willing to do it? But you weren't willing to do it before. Somebody explain these things. Let's get to this money. Shout out to the wise 7113 Eddie Hearns. Joshua ain't about to fight Luis Ortiz. He don't want that smoke, LOL. Now since Ortiz is not as mandatory, he finally mentions him. Great add-on. He was your mandatory, but you couldn't mention him. But now he's not your mandatory, and all of a sudden something has changed, and now you want to mention him. More things that make this not sound believable. D-Lo 404, Boxing and More, $2 super chat. Money Gang. Ortiz was easy for Wilder to deal with. AJ was BSing. That's what I'm saying. See, and we're now finally starting to see the prima donna, the pompous and the arrogance of Team Joshua. Shout out to True Patriot Black, $5 super chat. Money Gang. We're starting to see the arrogance and the pompous of the team, because How is it that Wilder is the A side, not to AJ necessarily, but he's the A side to everyone else, not named AJ? You know, Tyson Fury don't have no belt, yet Wilder could fight Tyson Fury, no issues. Tyson Fury himself admits this. Wilder admits this. Showtime admits this. They say, yeah, you know, Tyson Fury is like, we made the fight in a couple hours. Like, how's that so easy? How is it that Luis Ortiz fought and then let Deontay Wilder get in the ring, and then we seen that in December when Luis King Kong Ortiz knocked out Daniel Martz on PBC, and then by March we had Wilder rescheduled with Luis King Kong Ortiz. How is it running so smoothly and seamless for other heavyweights, but when it comes to AJ, it's so hard. It's so hard to negotiate. Nobody can, you know, figure out. It's like the Da Vinci Code. Shout out to Trey. You guys, I appreciate this because I just dropped hella money on the channel. I got some new gear coming, so, you know, y'all get me back with the super chats. That makes me not feel so guilty about. I don't like making big purchases, you know, I really don't. But I'm doing it for, we got to keep the, we got to take the channel to the next level and higher heights. But shout out to Trey. Appreciate you. Super chat. Shmoney gang. But, you know, it's just, T Bonafide, what up? You know, and the other thing, this is just a side note. I don't like how AJ always talks about losing. I've never seen a champion who discusses losing and shit. He said, let's say one of these guys knocked me out. Why would you even say that, bro? You know, he always talked about losing, and if I were to lose, and this would be if I lose. So, you know, I think that shows something about his innermost fears or some shit. Floyd Mayweather, whether he was really internally scared or whatever, no one never knew. You know what I mean? Like, he could have fear of losing a guy, but nobody knew. You know, he kept it bottled. But AJ, he openly talks about, if one of these guys knock me out and if I lose, you know, Floyd, he never talked about, I've even seen interviews where Floyd says something to the effect of like, that's ridiculous. I don't even think about losing, because the moment you think about losing as an option, then, you know, you could lose. So Floyd had a poker face, you know. Muhammad Ali, I never heard him talk like this. He be talking about, you know, if he fucking with me, I cut it to 3. Like, you know, laws of attraction shit. But AJ be talking, he just said right there, if one of them knocked me out and all that. What? Floyd never talked about that. Like I said before, if you think about losing, then eventually you become a loser and you might take that L. That's why I never think about losing, you know? AJ is the only one, especially heavy. I don't even see Wilder talk about losing like that. But that's just a side note. That, you know, that's whatever. People could do whatever they want. So, like you guys see in the title, now the stage is set. Either Boxingego will be wrong, or he'll either. But see, I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't lose. This is why I don't lose. Because if I'm wrong, guess what? Then I get what I wanted to begin with. And if I'm right, then, you know, it's a cap in the hat. You know, I could just say, you know what? Told y'all. So we'll see. Either I'm going to be wrong and I'm going to get what I want, which is a quality fight that I prefer. Anthony Joshua versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. You know, maybe he does fight him. Or, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen next. So y'all could be like, oh shit, Ego told y'all. Damn, he's right again. So we'll see. But either way, I won't lose. Because I still get what I want. So it did nothing about that sounded convincing. Nothing at all. You know, if he makes the fight with Luis Ortiz, props to him. I'll support it. I'll give it my full pledge. It's a good barometer. It's a guy he's never knocked out, unlike Dillian White. He knocked out Dillian White when he wasn't a champion, you know? And Dillian White, he's climbed back up the ladder, but he's also done it the rematch room way. You know what I'm saying? Putting him in there with a Derek Chisora rematch. That's not the fight I would have made to show that he's ready for AJ again. Joseph Parker coming off of a loss. It's not really the fight I would have made to show he's ready. Robert Helenius, Lucas Brown. None of these fights give me an indication of, Dillian White being the complete article that will beat AJ. Because AJ, people keep talking about how Dillian White has improved, but AJ's improved too. At the time, he wasn't even a champion. And at the time, he looked like he was fighting off of emotion because of all the, Dillian White was calling him a scumbag and shit. And they had bad blood. But he's fought Klitschko since then. So AJ probably knows how to bottle that up and, control his emotion. He's had bigger events and, defended as a champion. So it's just not the right fight. I told you what should have happened, but Rematch Room did what Rematch Room has been doing. And they put Dillian White in there with a rematch. It played out like most people thought. The person who had probably been developing more, looking better at least out of the two of them since they last fought, won. And he won by knockout. That's why if he would have did that to Gerald Big Baby Miller or, Luis Ortiz, he would have got more props for it. Because, Ortiz gave Wilder a tough-ass fight. And that's a champion. So I strongly and firmly believe Luis Ortiz gives anyone a tough fight. I think he gives anyone a tough fight. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We working. All right, we're going to put you in the hot seat. DS, you want to play games with me? I just told you, but obviously you need more clarification. So we got a hot seat. Everybody grab your popcorn. DS says, LOL, so who should White fight since none of his recent opponents are credible? So name Lucas Brown's best win. Name Derek Chisora a great win that he's had recently. Joseph Parker, name a great performance he did. A loss to Joshua? I just told you Luis Ortiz. But now, since you want to play dumb, like you can't understand what I'm saying. See, I know what I'm saying because I'm there when I'm saying it. These dudes be trying to act like they can't comprehend basic English and shit all of a sudden. LOL. There's nothing LOL about it. So you tell me, Robert Helenius, what's his best win? What did he do? Dillian White, I told you he could have fought Luis Ortiz. That would have gave him more clout because Luis Ortiz in recent memory, March, went in there with a champion and held his own. That's better than any of them dudes have done recently. But since you want to play dumb, he said, so what's Ortiz's best win then? You talk like he's a killer. So Bryant Jennings is not a better win. Okay. Oh, now you get it. Now see, I love when they try to get back. So you see how he skipped over and he's not answering my question. Okay, so what was Derek Chisora's recent momentum? Losing to Takam and then being able to stop him, catching him and stopping him. And people were saying he was done before the Takam fight, and he just turned things around. So that thwarted him into a main event pay-per-view for the UK. I'm about to empty the clip on this kid. Joseph Parker was coming off of a loss. Plus, he looked like shit versus Raz Kujanu, who Luis Ortiz obliterated in 2 rounds, and I was at the fight. Parker got a title via split decision with Andy Ruiz Jr. So what you talking about? So tell me, I just told you, Luis Ortiz was in there with the champion. It's not just about winning only, but he held a good account of himself. He held a good account of himself with a champion. That's more than Derek Chisora has done recently. White's resume tops Ortiz just looking for objectivity. Bro, you're looking around my question. That's what you're doing. I just told you. So Tell me how Lucas Brown has more momentum than Luis Ortiz. You just said, see, this is how you know these boys are getting fucked up. You just said Dillian White has a better resume than Luis Ortiz. But we're talking about Dillian White facing somebody. So who cares what White's resume is? We're talking about his level of opposition. So why are you telling me about White's resume when we're trying to find the proper suitor or opponent? So it doesn't matter what White's resume is. It's his opponent's resume. These boys are getting fucked up, bro. Why do y'all like seeing me slaughter people? I really feel that. This dude keeps telling me about White's resume. I'm talking about a proper opponent for White. So who cares what White's resume is? His resume is going to be what it is. We're talking about his opponent's momentum, his opponent's resume, his opponent's threat level to his style. That's what we're talking about. Oh my gosh. So rebuttal that. You keep telling me about, oh, White has a better resume. Okay, cool. If that's what you feel, cool. Never compared Ortiz to Brown, bro. Get him the fuck out of here. You see this man is drowning. Get him out of here. He's wasting my time. Shooters clap him. His name is DS. He a Nintendo DS. This is a game for me. Get him out of here. You see how he backing off the blocks? This is what they do. They start getting bodied and have no answers. We talking about a suitable opponent that would give, not including the big three, which is Wilder, Joshua, and Fury, who Dillian White can fight outside of the big three that would give him the most ready-made clout that would convince people that he's ready for the Joshua rematch. He talking about White's resume. We talking about an opponent for White. And you can't tell me that Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker or whatever, Joseph Parker or Derek Chisora has more momentum and threats stylistically than Chisora or, all these other dudes. Stop it. I told you, keep playing dumb with me. We gonna help you see. We gonna help you see that light. Ego turning black. Block PED. Yeah, we gonna put you on PED. Block PED. Shooters clap that man. Nah, he ain't next. He just getting clapped. Man, give me some harder work. These dudes be playing. We gonna help you see that light. I'm trying to tell y'all. Bro, I'm not talking about no fights unless it's a signed fight. I'm not giving no predictions. I'm not in the business of wasting my time or wasting my breath. So I don't know. If Joshua ain't really seeing King Kong and it don't look like it's making no real traction, I'm not talking about the fight. He gotta show me that. Show me a venue. Show me some flyers with Joshua's face like this. It's mud. And Luis Ortiz looking like this, and then I'll do a fight prediction. I don't waste my breath. I get paid to talk, Young dictionary, make words make sense. You know what I mean? Like I get paid to do this. So I'm not in the mood I don't have the time to be talking about every fight that coulda, shoulda, woulda had, If he fights him, then I'll do a prediction. You dig? I'll give you guys a prediction or just more insight. But I don't see anything. I don't see no movement. Eddie Hearn is talking about it's like an 80% chance that Dillian White gets it because it doesn't look like Wilder's going to fight. Like I said in the title of the video. Listen, y'all got to understand this. Understand this real quick. AJ keeps talking about basically I'm the A side, right? Just hear me out. Tell me if this don't make sense. Oh my gosh, we got to get to this money. Hold on, Shmoney gang. Shout out to Ren. Shout out to Ren Wilson, $5 super chat. Just a question: would Brazil be a good match for White? I mean, it's alright, but it would have been better than Derek Chisora. Here's why. Earlier in the year, Eddie Hearns kept trying to pawn off, his guard dog, Dillian White, on Wilder. And they were claiming that's the best fight, and Wilder need the UK audience or whatever. So Dillian White jumped on board with that, like, yo, I want Wilder, I want my title shot, Wilder's ducking me, and shit like that. So at least if he would have fought Dominic Breazeale, I'm not like saying that's the greatest fight ever, but at least if he fought Dominic Breazeale, it would establish who is the absolute number one mandatory for the WBC. And that would be good, because if Dillian White fought Breazeale and AJ would be forced to fight someone else, then Wilder Fury can fight, and then Dillian White, if he beat Breazeale, would be the winner. He would be the mandatory without any confusion or anything. This what lets me know also that Eddie Hearns had every plan of making Dillian White and AJ in April, because again, why didn't he fight Dominic Breazeale? That seems like a winnable fight for Dillian White, and it would have moved him. Dominic Breazeale did an interview with Sky Sports, and he says, I'm willing to fight him. He already traveled to the UK for AJ, who was the bigger and scarier all knockout guy at the time. You get what I'm saying? So he's already proved he's willing to travel to the UK, and that would have solidified who's Wilder's mandatory. Wilder's a vacant belt champ. He didn't know. You motherfucker. Listen, you in the hot seat. I'm just gonna break up these motherfuckers one by one. Layla says Wilder's a vacant belt champ. Actually, he's not, because he beat then champion Bermane Stiverne. Bermane Stiverne fought for the vacant title. So please explain how I'm wrong. Wilder is not a vacant belt. The belt wasn't up for grabs for either guy. Wilder stepped in as the challenger against a reigning champion, Bermane Stiverne. These dudes don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. So please explain me how he was the vacant champion. How he's a vacant belt champion if he stepped in as the challenger, and at the time people said he was going to lose to Stiverne. So you explain your statement. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers don't even know boxing. But I'd love to hear it. So tell me how Wilder's a vacant belt champion. These dudes really run around and repeat what they heard someone else say until someone who really knows their shit checks them on it. And then they're flabbergasted. They're befuddled. They're confused. They're groggy. So please explain how you just said Wilder was a vacant belt champion, but he didn't fight for a vacant title. He fought a champion as challenger. Let's see if Layla steps up. We're gonna do you like Layla in Power. You know what I'm saying? Ego, get him the fuck out of here. I'm gonna give him a chance to respond. So tell me how Wilder's this vacant champ that you're talking about. Tell me more about that. I just broke it down in 30 seconds how you're wrong. So you do the same thing. You got 10 seconds because you trying to waste smash the like button while we wait for Pennywise. 8 seconds. We gotta, it's the morning show. We gotta go quick, baby. Not gonna happen, baby. Yeah, we doing you like Layla in Power. Shout out to that. You Layla Anthony. 6 seconds. Hey, shooters, get ready. I got one for y'all. I got one hot on the grill. Chris Areola, Aont shit, block him. You see how he don't answer my question? Them motherfucker said Chris Areola, Aont shit. Yeah, you Aont shit either. Shout out to you. Good job trying. You see how they refuse to answer my question though. That's he said. Look at this. The brother decides to stand up like a man and throw. Do you see how easy this is for us? I said, how was Wilder the vacant belt champion as you precluded? That's what you said. And you were like, yeah, Chris Areola still ain't shit, motherfucker. What does that have to do with anything? Why are you bringing up Chris Areola? Why won't you just answer the question? You know, they refuse. That shows you lack of a sound argument, because you're not gonna do that in, like, if you have a watch on and someone says, "Hey, ego, what time is it?" I'm gonna look like this and be like, "Oh, it's 8 a.m." You know, I'm not gonna, if I didn't have no answer or something, that's the only time I would have to stall them out. You get what I'm saying? If they ask me for the time and I have a watch or a cell phone or something, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's 8 o'clock right now. You know, but if you have a watch and it got the hands and you don't know how to read that because you dropped out in the second grade, so you don't know how to tell time, then you're gonna be playing games. The battery died, you know. Then you don't want to answer the question because you just got the watch because you like what it looked. You can't read them hands. You don't know what them hands are saying. It was a day ago. Sorry, AJ's driving a Land Rover with Top Gear. He pretty much says he ain't the best. Where did he say that? Wow. So, like I said, see, listen, I love all of y'all, and I love what I do, because at the end of the day, we're going to see what it's going to be. 2019, I cannot wait for you to come. All right, RTD, I'm going to check that. I cannot wait, because, you know, some people are going to see this interview and, you know, rush out and comment and make videos and make statements and, you know, write articles like, yeah, see, you motherfucker. AJ called out Luis King Kong Ortiz. There. He called him out. Ego was wrong. But am I wrong, though? First of all, these motherfuckers be talking about I'm wrong. I haven't been wrong with none of this stuff, because I never said he would or would. I'm just saying he hasn't. I'm just going off what I'm saying. I want to see it. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, these motherfuckers are going to leave comment. Oh, he called him out. Like that's the end of the tale. Yeah, you have to actually fight him now. Let's see if that happens next. You know what I'm saying? People go run out and do probably videos and articles and stuff. Like, yeah, you guys can shut up now. He called out Luis Ortiz. There, he said his name. That's only half the battle. You got to fight him now. You said that's what you want. Let's see it. That's a great fight. And you never beat him. And while we're most likely going to get Tyson Fury versus Wilder rematch, I think that's a good thing to warm things up, because it's a great barometer style heavyweight fight. Because we've seen Deontay Wilder get some good rounds with Luis Ortiz in a fight where it wasn't his easiest victory. You get what I'm saying? It was a hard fought win for Wilder. So I want to see how Joshua handles that. Ego, you fake news. Can't believe you haven't asked AJ and Eddie for that job yet. Do you guys... These motherfuckers is so desperate. They so desperate. What does that have to... I haven't asked Eddie and AJ for a job? What does that even mean? Why do I need to ask anybody for a job when I work for myself? You know, these dudes... We are destroying their reality. They don't even know what to say. They don't even know what to come at me with. It's just schoolyard name calling and, yeah, you fucking ugly. Take the glasses off. Ask Eddie for a job. Why I gotta ask the next man for a job when I work for myself and I love what I do? Like, I don't get it. They don't, I told you, they flabbergasted. They don't even know what to say. They don't even know what to respond with. So they respond with foolishness. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Pray to the shmoney guys. $5 super chat. Thoughts on Amir Khan's recent comments about Wilder and Fury being the top two heavyweights. Another UK fighter, FYI. And AJ wanting nothing to do with him because he has too much to lose. You know, I mean, he's saying what I've been saying, so it's not really a shock to me. You know, and this is another UK fighter, and then they're gonna the AJ Man fans will probably say some bullshit like, "Oh, you're just saying that because AJ shagged your wife," you know, because there's that rumor. You know, Amir Khan got on Twitter and thought AJ was like cheating with his wife. They're gonna say some bullshit like that, but you know, Amir Khan's keeping it a buck. He knows what it is, you know. That's my thoughts. And see, the thing with me is like, shout out to Khan for, you know, being bold enough to speak his piece, but this ain't news to me. I've been telling y'all this longer than Khan. So when I have Lennox Lewis and Amir Khan, this is just, you know, people corroborating what I've been telling you guys. You know, so it's not a shock to me. It's just finally people are starting to speak out and be more candid about what they're seeing. It's like the movie San Andreas or whatever. There's that one real smart scientist who's just like, you know, we're right on the San Andreas fault line and there's going to be a huge magnitude earthquake coming this way. You know, this happens once every 125 years. And everyone's like, man, they've been saying that for years. Shut up. You know, and everyone like shoos the scientist off and they don't want to see his PowerPoint spread and all that. And then when the massive earthquake happens, then people are like, oh, what? He'd been warning you. He'd been telling you that was happening. That's how I feel. You know, I've been telling you what was to come. Amen says horse shit. Block him. Listen, if these motherfuckers just coming in with these drive-bys with no explanation, gotta go. Amen. Morpheus. Clap that. Oh my gosh. Trey clapped him so quick though. Listen. You can have a difference of opinion. You could say I'm horse shit. You could say I'm lying. You could say it's fake news, but you better motherfucking prove it. If you saying I'm fake news, tell me what's fake about it. I just played AJ saying it for you. What's fake? See, we live in a pussified generation where if you say something that they don't want to hear, no matter how factual it is, they'll say you're hating. If you say something that is 100% true, they'll label it fake news. Like, what are you talking about? Fake news? How's it fake news? I just played this shit for you. I can show you how to get to this. It's on the zone. You know, what are you talking about? But this is the society we live in, so this is the rules of engagement I guess we got to deal with. But motherfuckers be calling shit fake news that's absolutely true. Like, what did I say that was fake news when I just let you hear what he said? Oh, fake news. You're lying. Okay, what'd I lie about? I gave you my opinion in reaction to what I just heard. So where's the lie? Oh my gosh, we killing. Wait till this new gear comes. We shutting shit down. I told you, we run boxing. I can't wait till my new gear. I'm back in my mode. The bottom line is these motherfuckers know exactly who's saying what and what it is. And their defense mechanism, because they really don't. Hey, block Jamal Payne. He said, bro, stop stressing over negative energy. Bro, what are you talking about? Nobody's stressed. You worry about you. Anyway, block him. Yeah, cancel that. These dudes just be saying whatever. I run my channel how I want to run my channel. These motherfuckers act like I'm enjoying coffee. I just said it's gonna be a great year. Nobody's stressed. You motherfuckers acting like I'm crying or something. I am an AJ fan, but if he wanted that WBC belt, he would have offered 50-50. Facts. But I'm glad you brought that up. That reminded me of my point that I was gonna make. If y'all want me to get to this next point, I think it's a good one. I think it deserves mentioning. Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? We got points for days, man. I'm on point like a thorn out here. Come to Cali, I'm a dawn out here. Listen. All right. You know, I find this funny. And I'm not trying to stir anything up. I'm just being real, like I do on my channel. But y'all said hell yeah, so I gotta give y'all what y'all want. I find it funny that AJ, at every opportunity, he talks about how few fights he accomplished this feat. Oh, my 15th fight, I'm fighting for a title. Yeah, you fought Charles Martin. We know. You know, oh, I got 4 belts. One of those belts is the IBO. I would much rather have the WBC belt than the IBO, but that's just me, right? But we know. Oh, these guys, they're asking for too much money and overpricing them. Okay, we know. But the funny thing is, AJ keeps talking all of this boss talk, right? All this boss talk about how he's did this and got this and 90,000 and these other guys aren't on his pay scale and this type of stuff. But the funny thing is, if you're such a boss, how come you cannot get what you're claiming you want? Shout out to Chicago, man. Chi-Town. What up, though? Listen, I'm gonna ask y'all the same question again. You keep talking about this, that, 90,000 and what you're selling out, and I could sell 1 million on pay-per-view, but we got to pay for lights, and you know, I'm A-side and blah, blah, blah. You saying all this, but how come you can't get what you want? You keep saying you want Wilder and you don't want to. He was in the car with a do-rag with his homeboy or whoever that was in the driver's seat. He was in the past, and he said, I don't want Povetkin. I want to fight Wilder, blah, 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 blah. Then you didn't get Wilder. You fought Povetkin. Now you're saying you want Wilder again. Doesn't look like you're going to get that again. Now you're saying you want to fight Luis Ortiz. And, you know, I'll do a sweepstakes that the Luis Ortiz fight don't happen next. You know, I'll do some kind of, you know, I don't know, $50 gift card to Amazon. You know, just do a raffle or some shit. I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does, great for boxing. If AJ fights Luis King Kong Ortiz, that's what's up. You'll get my full props. You know? So it's just funny that he's doing all this boss talk. Like, yeah, I command this and I could sell 1 mil and I'm the A side and I'm whoop, whoop, whoop. But then how come you can't get what you want? You think Conor McGregor can't get the fights he wants in the UFC? If anything, the UFC has showed a continual, almost a favoritism towards their A-sides. You know, Ronda Rousey, she got her ass beat by Holly Holm and got kicked in the fucking dome, bars. Came back and didn't want to do no press. She only wanted to do the weigh-in. She was on a promotional blackout. They didn't let Conor McGregor do that. He wanted to focus on the Nate Diaz rematch, and he didn't want to have to be distracted with promotion. They told him, you're off the card unless you promote. We need you to promote. But they allowed Ronda Rousey to do a media blackout where she was only responsible for the promotion on Fight Week or whatever, or at the weigh-in. You know, Conor McGregor, he's definitely got away with, you know, carrying 2 belts without having a title defense, stuff like that. So how is it that AJ, you know, he's the biggest earner with Matchroom, Rematch Room, right? And he can't get the fights that he keeps claiming he wants. I want to fight first. I want to fight Luis Ortiz if I can't get Wilder Fury. And then when he fights Dillian White, how come you can't get none of the fights you want? He says you sound mad dumb right now. Hey, shooters, ease up on the trigger, because I got to catch one of these motherfuckers. I got to catch one of them slipping. Third, you know, shooters, we have to implement a new rule. We have to do the like a minute 20 rule. When they say something, because you guys have to keep in mind there's a lag for me, so I can't see the comments. So right when I read the comment, y'all already done shot them. We need to implement a 1 minute and 20 second rule. You get what I'm saying? So when someone leaves a dumb comment, don't clap them before 1 minute and 20 seconds. Because between that and the lag, I can't even get no hot seats. You know, they're going to say, trust me, I've studied these trolls and I know how they won't shut up. They won't shut up. So, you know, You got to give him like a minute and 20 seconds because I can't even get a hot seat because y'all shooting too precise. So I think that's fair because that lag is killing me because right when I read the comment, they just got JFK'd. They got the Draco. They doing a good job. It's just they doing too good of a job. There's a little bit of a lag on my end. Yeah, just if y'all could just give them just wait like a minute. I don't know if your phone shows how much time has elapsed, but yeah, whenever you see the dumb comment, look at your phone and look at the counter or the timer, and then give it like minute and 20 before y'all clap them. I got more shooters in Queensbridge than you. But anyway, listen. And this is I just gave a message to my shooters. This is a message to the fugitives. You're more likely to get clapped if you say some dumb shit with no explanation. So if you're like fake news, no explanation, you're full of shit, no explanation, you're probably going to get clapped. So your best bet is to say whatever you got to say, but then explain it in that same stanza. Say this is fake news, you lied about this, or this timestamp was off, or AJ never said that. Because we don't believe you. Nobody believes you. That's why my shooters are doing the right thing by clapping you on the head, because nobody believes what you're saying. But, just for the sake of fairness, that's the best way you can survive. But if you're just saying stupid shit and you have no explanation, you just want to say some fake news, but you won't tell us what's fake. Because I'm not going to just sit up here and be doing hot seats. Because some people like that just to be trolling because they know they're going to get like 4 or 5 different accounts. So they don't care if it gets blocked. So we're not doing that. So anyway, man, AJ, it's looking shaky out here. Like I said, how are you the boss on the A side and you command all this money and stuff, but you're turned down $50 million, but you can't get the fights you're claiming that you want? What is it? All right, Dennis, you in a hot seat. I can't accept this. Poor, greedy managers and promoters on both sides. Okay, so tell me what's the poor management on Wilder's side? See, this is what they try to do. They be getting their ass kicked with these points so that they try to share the blame. We're not sharing the blame unless you could prove what's the poor, greedy managers that held Wilder back. Because he wanted more than the flat feet. We're not sharing the blame unless it's a shared responsibility. So that's what you're going to have to prove. So, Dennis, we're not playing these games. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what they want to do. When they know they're losing, that's how some of them try to go out. They'll try to split the blame and act like, oh, yeah, both sides are doing this. Block Big Boss Dog. He's back. I don't know how, but he built another account. He could go because he got blocked like two to 6 other times in the past stream. Big Boss Dog 420 can go. Thank you. Dennis, you got 15 seconds. Hold on. Okay, now you're getting fucked up. Dennis says Wilder hasn't had a unification fight yet, but I don't blame Wilder. So we're talking about the unification with Joshua. That still doesn't answer. You said this Wilder Joshua situation is greed and bad management on both sides. But then your response says Wilder hasn't had a unification yet. What does that have to do? That doesn't have nothing to do with how it's Wilder's fault. You just stated the obvious that he hasn't had a unification fight. So you're supposed to be telling us how Wilder's team held him back from the Joshua fight. Because that was your initial comment. See, they think I'm finna forget. So you're better off waving the white flag because that didn't even make sense. But it's up to you, Dennis. They want us to share the We're not sharing the responsibility unless you could show us what Wilder's team did to not put him in the position to get the best fights or to get the Joshua fight. Block Victor Gonzalez. He could go. He's desperate. No, I'm talking about this whole career ego. I'm a massive. Just put Dennis. Just put him in timeout. He could come back. He's not that bad. Just put him in timeout. That's basically waving a white flag. See, just a bunch of waste of time. These dudes want to blame. That's what I'm saying. They want to blame both sides. It's not both sides. Like I'm talking about. I'm not saying there's nothing Wilder's side could have done slightly different or whatever. I'm talking about the biggest reason why these fights aren't happening. This fight's not happening. That's like saying Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. Oh, it's a shared response. You know, the biggest reason, maybe, yeah, Errol Spence maybe shouldn't have said something about Keith Thurman, which could have created free. But the biggest reason the Errol Spence, Keith Thurman fight didn't happen is because of Keith Thurman's side. You know, when they know they're losing, that's one of the ways that they try to bow out, is they try to actually share the responsibility. Block Billy Blast. Listen, if you guys just keep repeating the same questions over and over and over, I feel like you are trolls. Billy Blast, you about to get blasted. Get him out of here, bro. Damn, these trolls be waking up early. You don't have to put the same comment 40 times. If it hasn't been read, it hasn't been read. You know? Try again later. But when you put the same comment 20 times in a short space of time, I look at that as spamming and being a troll. So anyway, back to this Joshua shit. Let's see if Joshua decides to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz. I can't wait. That's a great, epic April fight, especially if Wilder and Fury are fighting each other. That is a hell of a consolation fight to have the winners meet, you know, because it'll be Luis Ortiz if he beats AJ, maybe rematch Deontay Wilder if he wins, or Luis Ortiz versus Tyson Fury, or if AJ wins, it's AJ and Fury or AJ and Wilder. Boom. What's up, Ego? This clown called out Ortiz. He did technically, but it wasn't really convincing. Here, I'll play it again in case. If you're just joining the stream, smash the like button. I'll play it again for you.
Because that inspired me. Now,
That's what I'm saying. Don't stay in your lane. Never stay in your lane.
What do you want to accomplish in 2019? Like, as far as, like, we know you got the date. You got Wembley.
With the fights.
Right.
Just as I said, secure the fight with one of the big fighters, and if not, secure someone else that's number 3, 4, or 5.
Like who?
Hey, if y'all want me to play this, smash the fucking like button. We grinding already. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Ain't shit free. Somebody tell me how many likes we have. $222. Got to get them up. Let's try to push closer to 250. 750. And I'm going to play this.
Who would be ideally, if it's not Fury, it's not Wilder, who's your next ideal opponent? Immediate next.
Ortiz, Miller, or White.
See,
My top 4 selection.
I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz's name before. Hopefully,
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because you know what?
He just said, I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz's name before. And he says, you're right.
It is.
opponent. Immediate next.
Ortiz, Miller, or White.
See,
My top 4 selection.
I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz's name before. Hopefully,
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because you know what it is for me, I always felt like these guys, they want to fight, but I've always felt like I brought a lot more to the table. So, you know, let's say they want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me. It's like,
It sounds like he's just making this up as the thing is, right? I'm a A side. these boys want a lot. What, like, it seems like he's thinking of it as it. Listen.
I've always my top 4 selection.
I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz.
He's like making it up as he goes or something.
You know what? You're right, because you know what it is for me. I always felt like these guys, they want to fight, but I've always felt like I brought a lot more to the table. So, you know, let's say they want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me.
It sounds like he's not finishing. He's not finishing his sentence. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not. I'm not no psychology major, but I did study psychology in college, and that can't be a good sign. We'll just say that. Like, when you can't thoroughly finish, that sounds like indecisiveness. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you really, really want something, like if someone says, Ego, do you want to cover Broner Pacquiao fight? I'm not going to be like, the thing is, right, Broner Pacquiao, it's a good fight. I don't like going to Vegas all the time, but sometimes the hotels are expensive. If, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you just keep, you're not like following a whole statement through. They're like, oh, I don't think we ever heard you call out Luis Ortiz. Yeah, you know, the thing is, right, like, I'm the A side, but Luis Ortiz, he Cuban. The fans never really, but I sold out Wembley. Like, what, you know, it's like, you're not really even following a thought process from start to finish. You just like fucking ping pong, like bouncing around and shit, you know? Hold on. We got a customer complaint. Price tag Jones, Ego, I pay $4.99 a month on my Smitty Rich account. How come I'm blocked from live chat? Never been in the hot seat. I've been following for 2 years. I don't know. It's not something I've done, but give me the URL for your channel. Like, go to your Smitty Written or whatever, Smitty Rich channel. Go to the About Me, copy the URL, and put it in the description under your secondary account. Copy and paste, and then put that in this stream. And if you do that, I will free you. I don't know what happened. You know, I'm not trying to block channel members or, you know, like I said, the good thing is if I don't remember your name, that's a good thing, because that means, you know, at least you didn't do anything memorable, like as a troll. You know, so you definitely have a better shot of coming back. So just go. It has to be. Just get the channel URL and then post it in here, and I'll free you as we do this stream. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. So that's the easiest way. A lot of people who are trying to get out, like on parole from the hot seat, they're hitting me up in all different types of ways, and Twitters and email. We got to streamline this, because I can't be searching for everybody's name, you know, because the YouTube, the way search results work, unless your channel has channel authority, your channel might not come. So I'm not going to be looking through 10 pages trying to find, and like, is this you? Yeah, we letting some people out on parole. So that's the easiest way you could do it. Send me your actual channel, because then there's a clickable link. I can go straight to it and free you back, and then we have no issue. King Kong Ortiz is a monster, no doubt. Yeah, man. But anyway, the thing with AJ, the call out didn't seem convincing. Plus, like I said, do we really think he's gonna, like, put it this way? Use conventional wisdom and a little bit of gut feeling and intuition. If Luis Ortiz and Dillian White had an opportunity to fight each other this last December 22nd or whatever, when he just fought Derek Chisora, and Eddie Hearns and all them didn't make that fight, what makes you believe that they would make Ortiz versus AJ in April? Doesn't seem likely, right? Because at the end of the day, if you wanted Luis Ortiz to get a shot, then you would have put him in there with Dillian White, and there's a strong chance that Luis Ortiz might be able to win that fight, and he would have advanced to the AJ fight. But seeing how you didn't make Derek, you made Derek Chisora instead of Luis Ortiz, Del Boy, you know, that lets me know that their intentions is not to see that through. That's what I firmly believe. Now the other thing is, listen.
Saying you have to beat the man, so that's what we're trying to secure now. But the lineal title was way before New York earlier, and I've had a good time.
Check it out. When we was in London, we got you a hat, right?
Yeah, for the Klitschko thing, but now it was important.
AJ is in New York. Now, you've been in New York before, but you've never been here like with Aka
Listen.
Rock, and you was recently in Brooklyn. That's our hometown. We weren't invited to that game.
No, they called me. They called me and told me you was coming. Because, you know, I run Brooklyn.
I had to get the pass.
The pass.
Yeah.
Man, so how's New York treating you so far?
10 out of 10. I like the place a lot.
You like it?
Yeah, and last time I was here, it was only for a day or so with the Klitschko
thing.
Yeah, we was here actually for the Klitschko thing, but now we was in Portland before.
Right. So you're
some
skiing
training.
or walking on the snow or something?
With some like Navy SEAL experts about what they got.
What we got? We got the lineal title.
And they're saying that lineal title was way before all the WBC. Yeah.
Now listen, if somebody's the lineal champion, right?
To beat the man. So that's where I was coming from.
Right, and you were just trying to make it clear that you're willing to fight Deontay. That was basically the, you know, essentially what you was trying to get across to America. And I think he made it.
Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that because I had to find the part. He says you made it your business to let people know you were willing to fight Wilder. And you heard what he said. AJ said, or Fury, right? Listen.
Or Fury. What
You can't pass it to beat the man. So that's where I was coming from.
Right, and you were just trying to make it clear that you're willing to fight Deontay. That was basically the, you know, essentially what you was trying to get across to America. And I think he made it. Or Fury. What did you think of the fight?
Okay. Once again, I'm going to keep reiterating the same thing. He just says you're willing to fight Wilder or Fury. This was when he was in New York for presumably the Canelo fight, you know, fielding. You know you done fucked up. You said you was willing to fight WBC champion Deontay Wilder or lineal champion Tyson Fury. You know you done fucked up. You done fucked up. Everybody type, you know you done fucked up. You done fucked up. Now you know you done fucked up. Listen. If y'all want me to explain yet again another inconsistency, could I get a hell yeah? You know you fucked up. Like, this is insane at this moment. All right, so this is too easy, y'all. All right, so he's in New York. He's interviewing with DAZN about, you know, a variety of things. And he was in New York for the Canelo Fielding fight. Whenever that was shot, I'm assuming it was before the Canelo Fielding fight. He just told you, I just played it for you. He said I'm willing to fight Wilder or Fury. And then the host, shout out to my dude, says or Fury and reiterates that, right? How come when Canelo fought Fielding before Tevin Farmer, or after Tevin Farmer, but before the Canelo Fielding fight, they did a Chris Mannix and AJ one-on-one. They were both standing by the ring, right? And they did an interview. And he says, I'm not trying to fight Fury. Right? And then he said it. See, and there's so much that's said. It's hard to remember exactly every single. It was either on First Take in New York or it was on the Jalen and Jacoby show. But he said that he didn't want to fight Fury because Fury didn't bring he didn't bring nothing to the table. He's not a champion. But then he just told you he's down to fight Fury on this tape with DAZN. Oh my gosh. Just keep this thought in your mind. I could find all of this, you know. See, and this is sad, bro. It's sad that I gotta sit up here and do additional research and remember and memorize things. It could be all so easy, but it's sad. This is what the great lengths you have to go through to be truthful, you know.
The mistake Wilder is
watching that fight.
Of course, so I'm the top of them, and I can just see over the years. In the game 5 years, I made 7 heavyweight title defenses, so I can see where they will come from a distance and I respect what they're doing. There's enough food on the table for everyone to eat, but at the end of the day, someone has to get the bigger slice, and that's why I'm willing to fight the champion in London, April 13th. So I don't know why they're talking about ducking and dodging. You know, Wilder's the champion by draw, so I'm the champion. I got 4 of the heavyweight titles around my waist, and if he's serious and he wants to fight, as I said, I'm willing. So I don't know where all this ducking and dodging story is coming from. Is it PR? Is it publicity? But in the reality, in the grand scheme of things, let's get it on, April in London.
So when you sat back and watched that fight, because it was a great fight.
To the ring. And but I do feel like you have to knock out the champion. If they're serious, the interviews and draw, really.
Yeah, it was. I told you it was
and Kingdom, and you want to draw.
So when you sat back,
you know, I feel like
sure that they mentioned knocked out, and we sure that
these boys 10 years in their career before they feel like, you know, so I can see where they were coming from, and it's the first time a distance and have been.
Oh, you know what it is? Hold on, my bad. See, like I said, you always got to do more work.
Deontay, very key.
I remember where it is at now.
If you have to draw, go. And now all of a sudden,
what I'm going for. I'm knocking.
There's a question. You're
and I've been professional 5 years. So
go. And nation. That's the heavy. When you knock the Olympics.
So with that being said, as I said, like, there's no fantasy contracts. It's a situation where it's reality. Like, I don't like.
Came across as saying to me,
fight that we have to have. It's a situation to happen.
When people talk about like Floyd Mayweather, 1,000 people in Wembley.
It's a conversation.
Ballooned in weight, basically with deck and stop. But since then, he can make a moral standing.
Like, if
hold on,
you
yo.
have to draw, and I've been professional. So when you're talking about who's who, it wasn't about my fight, you see, for the long term.
versus Wilder, you as you would.
So much the bigger fight that I'm interested in is the champion that I'm interested in. So I want the WBC belt strapped around my waist. And then with that being said, I think it was a great fight and a close fight. But as you know me, what I stand for is if you come to someone's backyard or you're fighting a champion, you have to knock them out. So I feel Tyson could have gone in there and knocked out Deontay Wilder. And then it wouldn't have been a situation when you leave it to the judges. And that's how I operate in my business. I don't go in there leaving it down to the judges.
Anthony, you've gone the distance in fights that you've won.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like,
Yeah,
you like against
Just
good
one.
fighters.
Just one.
Right, sure.
I let him off the hook as well.
Here's my question. You lay it out very smartly and I think correctly in terms of the way you rationally, in terms of the way you think I'm going to be here a long time. We'll work all this stuff out.
Yeah.
But you are so. There's no such thing as a dude who is heavyweight champion, as young as you were, Olympic gold medalist, as young as you were, who picks himself off the deck in the best fight. Old guy. Others running around here saying he won't fight me. And
what I have to do to get that message across. He's more interested in fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury holds no world titles.
And you're really okay just waiting that out and seeing what's what and eventually fighting them?
I can't control what Deontay Wilder does.
Leave Deontay Wilder against the old heavyweight champion. There's no such thing as a dude who is heavyweight champion, as young as you were, Olympic gold medalist, as young as you were. Old guy. With others running around here saying,
as I said, I'm willing to.
Man, I can't, like, I don't even know what point, because you got to cut through all the bullshit and the ass kissing to find it. But I know for a fact, he says, I'm not interested in fighting Tyson Fury. He specifically said it. This is the thing, people. This is the same trip. This is the same trip. This is like the same New York trip. It's not like he said it in an interview in the UK in August and then in December he's saying something. He said it in the same New York trip. He said, I'm not interested in fighting Tyson Fury. He's like, he doesn't have the belts. I don't know what all this lineal is. I thought I knew the exact part, but, you know, I got to skim through 1,000 minutes of...
Up that envy, and I feel like now they've got, you know, I respect what they're doing. They're talking about ducking and dodging. As I said, I'm willing.
So when you sat back and watched that,
As I said, I'm willing. So I can see where they were coming from.
knocked out, sure, but they mentioned
In these boys 10 years, it feel like, you know, they've been watching me from the outline. So I'm the champion. I got 4 of the heavyweight titles around my waist. And if he's serious and he wants to fight, as I said, I'm willing. So I don't know where all this ducking and dodging story is coming from. Is it PR? Is it publicity? But in the reality, in the grand scheme of things, let's get it on. April in London.
So when you sat back and
I can't come here to outbox this guy. If they're serious, each their own. So draw, really.
it was. I told you it was a crowd.
See, that's what I'm saying. All these hosts is like kissing his ass for 5 minutes and trying to find it. I know he said it. He said it when he said that's the lineal stuff. That's what I'm saying. Was it on the first take? I know he said it for sure. I don't even remember. Was it on? It was either on the. I could, if I watched it from start to finish again, then I could know which one it was. But it was on First Take or Jalen and Jacoby. It was in that New York trip. You know, if y'all can help me find the timestamp, and then I'll play it. But I know he said that. But anyway, that, like, how you just said, you said I'll fight Wilder or Fury, but then you, on your same New York trip, you said you didn't want to fight Fury. It was on First Take. See, there was, like I said, Max Kellerman and all that, he was like, they was like stroking his ego and shit. So
with an app.
I'm not watching all that, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I went from
May I just Deontay Wilder?
I think it's simple. When I've listened to his backyard this time in Wembley Arena,
Oh, you know what?
100,000 audience. So I'm very keen to make that fight, but no fantasy contracts, just reality. You know, bringing our worth to the table and bargaining and negotiating what we're worth and making this fight happen.
Anthony, thank you for being on the show, my man. Sorry I couldn't Max. It was you and your folks are who came across that saying to me.
Fight that we have to have. We're both in the same generation, the same era.
Star in worldwide boxing. Canelo is too close, but you're 1,000 people in Wembley. So
The conversation.
Somebody give me the timestamp, because I'm not going to be...
when you knocked out Vladimir Klitschko.
I'm not. You almost had it, but skip past it, bro. Where is it?
When people talk about Canelo's,
It's a situation where it's reality. Like, I don't like coming to for and say he said, she said,
He damn near said it wasn't even supposed to.
What part was it on? Damn, y'all got me doing hello.
Be Dyson Fury. It was supposed to be you, but you and your folks are who made it difficult for this fight to happen.
Where?
And that is the only reason it did not happen. Am I right, Max, in interpreting that's what Wilder basically said?
Sure.
'Cause that's what it came across as saying to me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how I see it is that we can go tit for tat and say he said, she said, he said, she said.
No, because I remember he was like,
In the scheme of things,
it was right before he was like, oh, what is all this lineal? I don't know what lineal
we
is.
have to have. We're both in the same generation, the same era. We're both heavyweight champions. So in
Star in worldwide Olympic super heavyweight. When you knock that nation, that's 30 million pounds.
See, he's just
Ortiz,
kissing his ass this whole
wants to
time,
fight
so
that southpaw with
it's
Klitschko.
hard to...
And now there's a question.
what I'm going for. I'm knocking people out straight up. People in the and I've been professional. So I'm gonna be here.
I don't hear it.
for
I don't
a long
see it.
time. And now
Two-part question.
you have to. Oh,
Here's my question. You lay it out very smartly.
Somebody
and
give me a
correctly
timestamp,
In
please.
terms of the way you rationally, in terms of the way you think I'm going to be here.
I'm
a
trying to
long time.
host the
We'll
show.
work this stuff out.
yeah.
But you are so. There's no such
See, they're just
thing as a
kissing his
dude
ass.
who's
I can't
heavyweight champion
listen to all this.
against the old heavy. Leave Deontay Wilder. Oh, he wants that fight right now.
What I have to do to get that message across. 13th in London. So I don't know what more I have to do to get that message across. He's more interested in fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, as I said,
Others running around here saying he won't fight me.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, y'all have to, y'all tell me, because I feel like I'm wasting time. I got a show to host. But anyway, I know he said it for sure. I'm not going to skim through it. And see, this is the thing. There's different versions of it, so I don't know if that's the precise video, because this is only a 6-minute video, so that might not be the the full First Take episode.
As I said, I'm willing to fight the other, but what I can do is continue. Not the champion, IBO. Not the champion. That's where I'm coming from.
But lineal.
Oh, hold on, here I found it.
Real quick.
Oh, you see, you motherfuckers. See, listen. One thing about success, one reason that I am successful, I'm persistent as a motherfucker. Like, I do not like losing at all. I found this shit. Listen.
In advance. Set the venue in advance.
I was on the wrong video.
Making my point clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder.
He said, I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially Deontay Wilder.
April 13th.
Real quick,
what more can
Tyson
I say?
Fury. Real quick,
I'm
Tyson
not interested
Fury.
in Tyson Fury, though.
You're not interested.
Listen, he just said, I'm willing to fight any of these guys, especially Deontay Wilder. And then Max Kellerman said, real quick, Tyson Fury. Oh, I'm not interested in Tyson Fury. You just said you want to fight any of these guys. What? Listen.
But what I can do is control what I was.
And you're really okay just waiting that out and seeing what?
But what I can do is control what I say and what I'm doing.
Listen.
I made sure with the negotiations, I booked the date in advance, set the venue in advance, and I'm making my point clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, April 13th.
Real quick,
what more can
Tyson
I say?
Fury. Real quick,
I'm
Tyson
not
Fury.
interested in Tyson Fury, though.
You're not interested.
Because he's not the champion. That's where I'm coming from.
But lineal.
He just said, I'm willing to fight any of these guys. And he said, okay, what about Tyson Fury? I'm not interested in Tyson Fury. What? Okay. Now the plot thickens. See, I told you I'm too persistent, man. He literally just contradicted himself in the same interview.
Good. It's good for boxing.
That was basically essentially what you was trying to get across, so and I think he made it.
To beat the man. So that's where I was coming from.
Right, and you were just trying to make it clear that you're willing to fight Deontay. That was basically essentially what you was trying to get across, so and I think he made it all Fury. What did you think of the fight?
Good. It's good.
He just, hey, bro, I'm done. My memory, I got a memory like an elephant. So explain that. Let's now, I'm sorry it took so long, but this is what happens when you have to go from behind people and put together. It's like if you're watching First 48, the criminals ain't gonna try to make it easy. They're gonna throw the gun in the river, scratch off the serial number. It's not gonna be easy for you to put together what happened and retrace the steps. It's not like people are trying to get like caught up. But now I just played everything back to you. I found it for you. He was on Max Kellerman First Take. He said, I don't know what else I got to say. He was on First Take ESPN. I want the whole world to know I'm willing to fight any of these guys, especially the champion Deontay Wilder. And he says, make it happen or whatever. Max Kellerman said, real quick, Tyson Fury. And he said, I'm not interested in fighting Tyson Fury. He's not a belt holder. And then they engaged in a whole ass conversation about lineal championships and how Tyson Fury beat the guy. And then in that same New York trip for Canelo Fielding Week, you have AJ who the host was saying, hey, so you made your statement that you want to fight Wilder and you really willing to fight Wilder. And then he comes out of nowhere and says, or Fury. And then the host says, or Fury. So once again, I know it hurts. Remember when the T1000, he was like, I know this hurts, Sarah. He turned his hand to like a knife and he was like, I know this hurts, Sarah. Call to John, Sarah. And he was putting that knife through her. That's how I feel like the T1000. I'm putting that liquid metal knife through y'all. I know this hurts, Sarah. Call to John. I know it hurts, but these are the facts. He just said, I'll fight anyone, especially Wilder. Then Max Kellerman says, what about Fury? I'm not interested. He went like that. I'm not interested in Fury. He's not a belt. And then Max says, hey, but he's lineal champion. He beat the guy before you beat him, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, when I was coming up, there was no one knew about lineal champion. Even that, I'm not trying to, I don't even want to nitpick but that he's talking about when I came up, nobody talked about the lineal champion. Lineal champion has been around since Jack Johnson times. You get what I'm saying? And AJ just cited Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and Jack Johnson as his favorite heavyweights of all time. So that's beyond me how he never heard of the lineal champion. But then he's saying when I was coming up, this whole thing is like a walking contradiction. He says, oh, I started boxing late and these guys are already pros. And when I started boxing late, but then now you're saying no one knew what the lineal champion was when you came up, as if you came up before Jack Johnson or something. But I don't even want to, that's just its own thing. I don't understand why he doesn't know what a lineal champion is, but he likes Jack Johnson. That's beyond me. But going off of what he says for more modern times, shout out to Anthony Griffin. AJ is a coward, $2 super chat, Shmoney gang. It's just, this is what we're talking about when we say the double talk. Like one of my favorite movies of all time, my whole family, well, not my family, me and my siblings. I don't know about my mom and dad and stuff, but one of our favorite movies growing up was The Last Dragon. You are the last dragon, and you was one of the greatest, 80s movie villains, Sho'nuff, the Shogun of Harlem. Am I the meanest? Sho'nuff. Am I the baddest? Sho'nuff. Yeah. Leroy. Right? This motherfucker Sho'nuff really thought he was the shit. Rest in peace to Sho'nuff, rest in peace. But he thought he was the shit. So he went to a New York movie theater, and in the middle of the movie theater, they got on stage and started playing music and dancing and shit like that. Shout out to the whole Bay, man. Got on music, him and his crew, his clique, got on the stage at a public theater, and it started, really causing a disturbance. And someone was like, hey, turn that shit off. Shut up. Because, Sho'nuff he thought he was the man. So he was like doing his little monologue, right? Somebody stood up and says, you know what, shut up. And what Sho'nuff said was legendary. Sho'nuff said something to the effect of like, anybody want me to shut up? Come down here and make me shut up. And then people from the crowd started ambushing the stage, and everyone knew martial arts, I guess in the 80s in New York or some shit. So people start getting on the crowd like trying to see Sho'nuff. And he's like, they start fighting. Like, anybody else want me to shut up? Why don't you come down here and make me shut up? Yeah. Right? The love poet block him. He says Sho'nuff was a movie character, not a real person. Get Captain Obvious about it here. This dude, Sho'nuff was a movie character. You sound like the boy from Kindergarten Cop. Boys have penises and girls have vagina. Like, boy, if you don't, that motherfucker said that was a movie character. He don't even know where I'm going with this. You see how they say some stupid shit, bro? Get him out of here. Anyway, Sho'nuff, anybody else want me to shut up? Come down here and make me shut up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right? Bah, 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 bah. Sho'nuff and his crew win, right? The point being is this. Sho'nuff thought he was the man and that nobody could fuck with him, right? Movie character or not. He thought he was unfuckwittable. That's my word, right? He thought he was unfuckwittable. So he challenged anybody that thought otherwise to come see him. Oh, shit. Nigga, please. AJ is saying things, but then he said, I'm willing to fight anybody. Max Kellerman said, Tyson Fury, man, I ain't trying to fight you. That's not it. That would be like Sho'nuff. Block El Cotto. That's what's up. He said, dude, you're a cornball. That's what's up. But you still watch me. Shooters, y'all could have that. So that would be like, he just said, I'll fight. I'm willing to fight anybody. You see how they be mad at me? Because they know what I'm saying is real. That's like Shownuff being, if Shownuff did what AJ is doing, that's like him saying, anybody in this theater want me to shut up, come down and make me. And then a buff ass dude get on the stage like, yeah. And then he's like, man, I ain't trying to fight you. That would be the equivalent. AJ just said, I'm willing to fight any of them guys, especially Wilder. Max Kellerman said Tyson Fury. He said, man, Tyson Fury. But then on the DAZN interview, he said he's trying to fight Tyson Fury. He said Wilder or Fury. You know, this is just, it's too erratic. It's too all over the place. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I never would make fun of people that have disorders, but it's like borderline, like bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, it seems like like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type thing, you know? And I don't understand it, but, you know, maybe it's not for me to understand. You know, but these that's what I'm saying. Fighters need PR people. That's just what it is. A lot of them. Because, like, shout out to Rollies, my dude Rollies with the Mayweather team. He talks about fighting Ryan Garcia. That's someone he sparred with. They got their little thing going on. Shout out to, they're both my guys. Shout out to Ryan Garcia too. But the thing is, Rollies is very consistent with his desire to fight. You know, it don't matter if you've seen Rollies at a bowling alley, if he's in the crowd at a fight. If you ask him if he wants to fight Ryan Garcia, I can assure you, until they fight, you know, unless something changes, he's probably going to tell you, oh yeah, I'll fight that fool. Like, you know, let's like tell Oscar to make the fight type shit. But AJ is just not consistent. You know, he's calling out Luis Ortiz, but what are you doing to ensure that Ortiz fight happens? Like, are you really, truly offering him something? Or are you just going with Dillian White because Wilder's fighting Fury, likely? That's why Mikey Garcia is a real one. I mean, absolutely. He said, I want 3 fights and the third fight to be Errol Spence. He did want it this year. It didn't work out that way, but, you know, it's still his third fight. So that's facts. You can't deny him. I mean, he's really going after greatness. AJ is saying he's the A side. You should be a shot caller. You should be able to demand, like, put it this way. AJ and Canelo are insanely popular boxers. Does anybody fucking believe that if Canelo himself and his team push for any middleweight fight in the division, if they push for it, that they wouldn't get it? You know, not even get it, that Oscar wouldn't send an offer. And most likely, everybody wants to fight Canelo. So as long as it wasn't like no bullshit offer, the person would take it. Does anybody believe that Canelo's authority, Canelo's voice would not be heard? And if Canelo was like, I was born ready, I want to fight Daniel Jacobs, right? And he was insistent and he went to Oscar de la Hoya. Who believes that Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy would be like, no, we're not giving him to you? You get what I'm saying? So name a middleweight. I'm not saying just listen to the question carefully, because I got to stage it the right way. Name a middleweight out there that if Canelo was insistent on fighting that middleweight, you think Golden Boy would not send an offer or the fight wouldn't get done from Canelo's side. I'm not saying Canelo is dying to fight Charlo and these other guys, but I'm saying if Canelo insisted, him being the person, who believes that Canelo doesn't have the jurisdiction or authority over his career, that if he was like, Oscar, I know I could beat this guy and put me in there with the Charlos, you know, Texas is good, Vegas is good, and then Golden Boy would be like, nah. Hey, shooters, y'all gotta chill. The dude was sending me something. He was sending me the link. You deleted his listen, I told y'all, don't delete comments. That should never be happening. Either the person is trolling and they get deleted, but the comments should never be deleted. We don't need to do that. The only time comments should be deleted is if the whole user gets deleted because they're tripping. He wasn't putting gibberish. He was putting his channel link because I got to free him. But anyway, I told y'all, a minute and 20 seconds. You know, because even if a minute and 20 seconds, I would have been able to copy and paste that. Y'all gotta ease up on them triggers. But anyway, if Canelo wanted to fight anybody in the middleweight division, I pretty much believe an offer would be made. You know, just like when he didn't want to fight Golovkin, the fight didn't happen. When his team wanted to fight him, the fight happened. Period. So why doesn't AJ have this type of jurisdiction? AJ keeps saying it. Oh, I want this guy. I want these fights. I must fight these guys. That's what he's saying, but he's not even being consistent with that. But either way, it's not happening. Because he said he didn't want to fight Povetkin. He's in the car, black do-rag, in the passenger seat. There's another guy in the driver's seat filming. It's like a point of view type of field of view or whatever, point of view. And he said, I'm not interested in Povetkin. And you end up fighting Povetkin. He just said he wants to fight Ortiz, and I really firmly believe Ortiz will not be the next person. So, you know, what's going on? These are the fights he wants, but he can't get them. And another thing, AJ, like, even if it's the truth, I think it's a bad look for him based on the perception. All this, like, what's considered diva talk about, like, purses and, oh, I never mention these guys because they're not realistic. I deal with reality and no fantasy contracts, right? I think all of that is making it look worse. You know, leave that stuff for behind. I mean, I can't tell another grown-ass man what to do or say, but in my opinion, I would leave that type of stuff, leave that behind closed doors. Just see what you could come up with, because that's not a good look for me based on everything, how this whole thing has played out. You know, that's not a good look. Hey, Price Tag Jones, where's your, send me that thing again. And just copy and paste the whole URL, youtube.com/whatever. That's the easiest way, because then it'll be a clickable link. But anyway, so that's my opinion. You know, it would be he keeps talking about, oh yeah, no fantasy contracts, and I didn't see the ringside rankings. I don't care about stuff like that. They just gave Eddie Hearn's promoter of the year. You know, so I don't really care about rankings. You know, it's all subjective anyway. WBA just gave Eddie Hearn's promoter of the year. What's his biggest event this year? Joshua Povetkin, the fight nobody wanted. That made him promoter of the year. You know, Golden Boy got a bigger fight than that. Canelo and Golovkin, and then bringing Canelo to Madison Square. That's you know, I mean, what has Eddie Hearn's done as a promoter that's greater than that this year? You know, not even including Al Heyman, not including all the opportunities Top Rank won a purse bid over Eddie Hearn's to put the Alex Aceto fight on in OKC. You know, he did good ratings with Crawford and Benavidez. Crawford got a title shot with Jeff Horn. Lomachenko unified, you know, and fought Jorge Linares on the Top Rank bill. You get what I'm saying? So how did Eddie Hearn's get promoted of the year? Frank Warren had some good cards. Gave Tyson Fury the opportunity of a lifetime to, gain more respect than people already have for him. Tyson Fury got more respect having a draw with Wilder than he did beating Klitschko, straight up. With all things considered, the layoff and all that, he gained more. He gained more of a fan base in the build-up for the Wilder fight, and scoring a draw with him, he gained more admiration than actually outboxing Klitschko. And the Klitschko fight was boring, in my opinion. The Wilder-Fury fight was memorable. Shout out to Big Time Shmoney Gang. $10 super chat. If AJ fights White next, he needs to be asked what efforts were made to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz, and that fight wasn't made. Yeah, that's a great point. The other thing in this interview where he calls out Luis Ortiz, he says he wants to fight in America now. He has the bug. I'm telling you, this is like insanely, like not even just a little bit, insanely contradictory. Like everything he's saying. Now you want to fight in America for less money, but when people were trying to convince you to fight in America for 50 million, that was a problem. Like, somebody got to make that make sense. That makes no sense, bro. He literally said, yeah, I got the bug now. He's like, I want to fight in America.
He retired.
Right.
Nobody beat him.
That was basically the. It makes sense.
Decisions and so on.
It can be a big star.
And I'd love to, even being here now, I said, I want some.
It can be a big star in America. If he does a little extra mile.
A little extra mile.
Right. Do you feel like, a lot of people say, AJ can be a big star in America if he does press, if he goes on shows.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you went on?
Yeah. So what I realized, right, I want to fight here, and I'd love to. Even being here now, I said, I want some of this. I want a bite of that apple.
Right.
But then I realized is that I don't want to come here like cold. I want to come in warmed up. Appreciate the American culture, meet the people, meet the press, speak with you guys. So when I come here, we can hopefully fill out an arena like this and start building on something, on a foundation that's already been built. It's about coming here now, being involved in the fights, not from inside the ring, outside the ring.
Right.
And just like mixing with the culture, appreciating American culture.
Absolutely.
I'm done. He want to be a part of American culture now. This is insane. This is like the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting new results. I don't understand what's happened with Joshua's, the handling of Joshua's recent career that's led to this moment. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to kick a man while he's down. This is just bad, bro. This is just bad. Like, now, okay, it'd be one thing if 3 years had elapsed or something. You were just in a web of, this Wilder negotiations that were highly publicized, and you were saying all of this about, I don't want 50 mil for a variety of reasons. You don't want to sell your soul to the devil, whatever that means, even though you asked for 50 million. You said the money is not in my bank, and I don't know if proof of funds. How do we know it's real? Then, I guess the most popular reason was you got to do it a legacy fight, undisputed, whatever has to happen in the UK for your UK fans. And then now, months later, after the fight folded and it fizzled out, fell apart, Wilder did his own thing and generated a lot of money, a lot of noise, him and Tyson Fury without you. And now you're back at square one. And you're saying, I would love to fight in America. I want to be a part of American culture. What better way to become part of American culture than to fight an American champion? Not Gerald Big Baby Miller, who doesn't have a belt, but the champion. Not only the champion, but the longest reigning champion out of all of the heavyweight boxing in today's modern age. But you now want to be a part of American culture. You didn't want to be a hold on. Craig Sims, you in the hot seat. You didn't want to be a part of American culture for 50 mil, but now you do because you went to Canelo's funky ass fight. Okay. Craig Sims. We're going to send you back to the video game, The Sims. Ego the Bias King. Putting that all caps, that don't do nothing. So what did I say that was biased? What do you disagree with? You have one fucking response. Let's have it. What did I say that you disagree with? That was bias. This is what I'm saying. This is what they like to do. They throw these words out. Shooters, I want to see this man clapped quick. If he responds with some bullshit or his response doesn't answer the question, I want to see how fast you guys can clap him up after that, you know? And we'll start the countdown from 20 seconds. So if he responds with anything that is stupid, let's see how you could. Oh my God, Trey, I gotta take your badge real quick because you've been hot. You've been hot on the trigger. You didn't even let me finish and you already clapped him. Yeah, Trey, I gotta get your badge. I was saying once he responds and you just clapped him in the middle of it. No, you had to listen, bro. You made a couple mistakes. That's what I'm about to do. I have to take badges if there's multiple mistakes and stuff in the same stream or in recent. You know, you could get it back. I'll give it to you back, but you've been hot on the trigger. Now back to this. I said as soon as he responds, if he responds with some dumb shit, that's what I was saying. You gotta like finish the whole thing. You just clapped him. But anyway, fuck that. Carlos Sims, show yourself. Are you still in the chat? They let you back in. Okay, he's right there. So how am I biased? Now, shooters, listen up. If he responds with some bullshit, he has 20 seconds. If it's some bullshit, then clap him. So tell me how I'm biased. If it doesn't answer the question or if it's some bullshit, then I want to see how fast you guys can clap him. Hey, Finkley, chill, bro. I'm going to take everyone's bat. Y'all got to stop clapping these because that was going to be my next victim. Y'all got to stop clapping these people. Like, Ronald Finkley, you just clapped somebody. Okay, he said because Wilder has contradicted himself and you never pulled up his videos. Okay, so what videos am I supposed to pull up? What contradiction? See, you see how you just used an ambiguous statement? You got one more response, so give us specific. So say Wilder said thing A, and then he switched it to thing B, you know, and it was a major contradiction that caused this fight not to happen. And cite your sources too. We'll see how long this lasts. Okay, so what contradiction from Wilder did I fail to bring up that prevented this fight from not happening? We'll see what he has. 20 seconds, my man. You can answer first and then cite your source after, but we need an answer. 18 seconds. Smash the like button. 16 seconds. What you got, Carlos? Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. So he said I was supposed to bring up some Wilder contradiction, but so far he has not told us what contradiction Wilder had that I failed to bring up. 10 seconds. There's so much I can't even start to begin because 20 seconds isn't enough time. So in 20 seconds, you can't name one of them. I call that bullshit. So he's saying there's so much. Block him. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. I'm not wasting my time. Now shooters get rid of Carlos. That was the lamest thing. He said, so listen. That's like if I went to a restaurant, right? Craig Sims. Bye-bye. If I went to a restaurant and I was, brought a date or something, and I'm like, man, the food here is so good. The food here is so good. They have so many delicious items that you can choose from. And they're like, what should you get? And I'm like, man, I've been here a bunch of times. Everything's good, right? If there was so many menu items that were fucking delicious, and that girl that I was on a date with says, you've been here a bunch of times, what should I get? And I had 20 seconds, let's say, and I've been here as a restaurant that's my favorite, that I'm familiar with, or a subject that I'm familiar with, right? Do you think I'll be able to give one recommendation in 20 seconds? I'll be like, oh, you got to try their steaks, they're delicious, or I always get a cup of soup when I come here. The clam chowder's off the hook. If you had so much to draw from, so much, how can you not think of one? He said, oh, I just got so many examples. I can't give you one in 20 seconds. Get the fuck out of here, bro. There's so many contradictions that you refuse to tell us one. Okay. You know what's sad, people? It's just sad. You know what's real sad? It's sad that these dudes don't realize in your effort to make me look biased, you make me look more godlike, because we get to see who's really on that bullshit and we see who's really biased. The best thing you would be able to do is actually come through clutch, show this example. But when you say you're biased, you never talk about Wilder's inconsistencies, and then I ask you what they are, and then you come up with nothing, then that makes me look better and it makes you look worse, and people get to see. So what I'm trying to say is, like, just I'm telling you how this internet shit works. I've been on it for a minute. The easiest thing to do on the internet is just say a comment. See, these motherfuckers, especially in boxing, but just in the internet in general, they're so used to saying whatever with no accountability, and it's gotten them in this habit of not being held to any standards. But ever since this live stream came out on YouTube, we revolutionized the game of boxing, because no longer can you just say these drive-by comments and not speak to it. You get what I'm saying? Now we're holding people accountable for what they say. And that's what they're not ready for. They're not ready for somebody to challenge what they say. They don't think I'm going to respond, because, back in the day, let's say before YouTube and stuff had live streaming, I get hundreds of comments on certain videos. On most videos I get 100, or close to, or whatever. So I can't go through every comment. So they could just put the bullshit. Floyd's a bitch. Aha. They could just say some shit, because I can't go through one by one. I don't even see some of the comments. But it's different on this live stream, and that's what they're not ready for. They're not ready for that. That's why they want to do these drive-by comments, but then it's like doing a drive-by, and then there's a gang member outside who sees you, and he got his strap on you. Now you got a different problem, because you were expecting to pull up to that house and then get out and start spraying, but little do you know, the ops are right there and they strapped up too. He's like, oh shit. Dude, you would get smoked. What does that mean? They can't handle the truth. Who's in the hot seat? Oh, y'all volunteering people. Yo, Ego, can I get a shout out to show my lady this shit is real? She stays clowning because I'm always watching your channel. Shout out to Carlitos Alvarez, man. We working. Boxing Ego. You got to ease up on him. My man Carlito. It's all about Carlito's way. Okay, I'm real on that. You guys think you here come the pay? Shout out to Carlito's Way. Put me on the seat. Block him. Block Paul Smith. I don't deal with desperate. Hold on. Okay, so what's your question? Oh, my shooter's already got to him. That's fine. I already called a hit. This dude's. I don't like when these dudes be desperate. No. Just hide him again. I'm not Paul Smith, Paul Bunyan, whatever the fuck his name is. Just block him. I don't like. Put me on the seat, because I don't want these motherfuckers to think that they could control when this happens. I want it to be completely random. You know what this is like? The hot seat shit. This shit is like a random checkpoint that you weren't expecting. Your ass fuck around left the bar and you drunk as fuck. I shouldn't have drove. Right? And you pull up and then cops got that checkpoint on your ass. Oh shit. And there's no way for you to U-turn because they're going to see it and hunt your dumb ass down. That's what we like. It's like a fucking checkpoint that you weren't expecting to be right there. This is the normal route that you take to get home, and you drunk. Oh shit. And then there's that checkpoint, and they gotta look you in your eyes with the flashlight and shit. You ain't getting out of this. This is a DUI checkpoint, motherfucker. And I know half of y'all drunk. Drunk with stupid ass, fake ass boxing knowledge. We got that DUI checkpoint for that ass. And you well above the legal limit, motherfucker. We getting rid of you. Their BAC, that blood alcohol concentration, that shit looking real high. These motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Okay. Anyway, it is what it is. Joshua, all these, like, he keeps saying these contradictions and stuff, and then, you got Eddie Hearn, who got mad at IFL in the video. He's talking about, why should I have to tell the truth 100% of the time? Who says that? Honestly, who says that? Eddie, who says that? Who says, why should I have to tell the truth 100% of the time? Other than a liar, other than someone who's intending to lie. That's literally his words, not mine. Eddie Hearn said that in the IFL interview. There's like Eddie Hearn's raw. This shit ain't raw. He talking about, why should I have to tell the truth? How is that raw? He said, why should I have to tell the truth 100% of the time? You ask me tough questions. I'm telling you, the walls are closing in on this whole situation. He mad because he getting asked tough questions. He's like, you don't ask the other promoters these questions.
That's relevant to Banter, right? Nothing to get out. That's a testament to you, though, isn't it? For what you're saying here, because you'll just cut it out. But you know. That's a testament to you, though, isn't it? I'm not scared. True, that's the questions. So why is it that I have to tell you the truth 100% of the time, and you have to dig
I'm done.
me out time of motors, and you know those questions, but you refuse to do it. So why is it that I have to tell you the truth 100% of the time, and you have to dig me out time after time?
I'm done, bro. This dude just said, why is it that I have to tell you the truth 100% of the time? And I'm the biased one. I'm from the Bay, man. We gotta do that thiz face. Who says that? I said this earlier. That's like telling your wife, yeah, I don't know why you expect me to be faithful 7 days a week. Why I gotta be faithful 7 days? There's bad bitches around the corner. My job got a lot of they got a lot of fat asses. I don't know why you expect me to be faithful 7 days a week. Why I gotta be faithful 100% of the time? Who the fuck would say that? You gonna say that to your wife? Why the fuck I gotta be? Why can't I stick my dick in something else? you know? Just because I said I do and all that motherfucking shit, you know? Because we exchange vows, why I got to be faithful? Like, really? This how you feel? Like, who said? That's like the LA cops from the Rampart division. Why I gotta be honest and bring the evidence right back to the evidence locker room? Why can't I just keep the brick? Why can't I keep the kilo of cocaine and the guns and the weapons? Why I gotta return it to the locker? Why I gotta... What? Only a crooked cop would say that. Why would... You're a cop. You know, that. Let's say the LA Rampart division and shit. Why I gotta bring the illegal drugs and narcotics and motherfucking shit? Why I gotta bring it back to the evidence locker? Why can't I keep it? Why can't I keep this drug seized money? Why can't you keep it? Why can't I keep it 20% of the time? You're a crooked cop. That's what that means. That's that dude really on camera though. Why do I have to tell the truth 100% of the time? You ain't never heard me say no shit like that. Why I got to be real with y'all? Why can't I, embezzle some money from my job? Wow. Don't listen. You fools is buried in the man fan section. Y'all can't fuck with me. I think that's been proven time and time again. Like, nobody else would be able to say these cockamamie things, you know? Like, you can't just, let's say I work at JCPenney's and then my job, JCPenney's trying to fire me. They call me into the office. Hey, we heard you've been, your friends have been coming in and you've been ringing up expensive jewelry and clothes, and you haven't been charging them for every piece of, inventory that ends up in their bag, and we have you on camera. Why I gotta ring up all the items? Like, what the fuck? Why I gotta ring up all the items that land in that bag? What? You mean to tell me if they got 20 items, why I gotta ring up 20? Why can't they just be in the bag and my friends leave with that shit? Come on, bro. Why I gotta ring up why I gotta scan all the fucking items? A bunch of UPC codes and shit. Why I gotta scan all that? You can't, that's what I'm saying. It just sounds like laughable. And no matter what your position or whatnot, who says that? You a bank teller talking about, yeah, he gave me $100. Why can't I keep 20 of it? Why I gotta give 100% of his deposit and put it into his account? Where my cut? Stop it, bro. I told you the real is back. 2019. That's what I'm saying. And see, the bottom line is this. Like, I love the UK. I used to live there. But, if this is what y'all going to allow, then, it is what it is. There's no accountability. And then Eddie Hearns he's just saying it freely. That's why he feels comfortable saying that. Why I got to tell the truth 100% of the time? Wow. I never heard no one say no shit like that. Yeah, smash the like button. We working. Block witness 23 greatness. He talking about Andre Ward face down, ass up. Get him out of here. That just sounded... I think I might have jumped the gun. I think he was trying to make a point, but I don't know. It just sounded really weird. So I might have made a mistake on that. I don't know where he was going with that, but yeah. Why I gotta get these fighters proper pay? Why can't I get some of the revenue and take it with me? Anyway, you just heard it. That's what man's Eddie Hearn said. So anyway, when people making statements like that, it's no wonder why the Wilder fight didn't happen. Hey, y'all unblock him. Whatever that dude's name is. Witness to 23 greatness. Hold on. Never mind. I'll do it. Oh, shit. I blocked it. Hold on. Fuck. Okay. He's good. He's back. Because I think I jumped the gun. I just seen face up, ass up, or whatever. And I didn't like that. Yeah, he's back. Because someone unblocked him already, and I reblocked him, and then I unblocked him. He's good. Put Bubba Tunde in the hot seat. Listen, I'm not battling no fucking Bubba Tunde. This prison ass name. No, I'm not battling nobody named Baba Tunde. Nah, not today. I'm not battling no Baba Tunde today. Fuck that. No, I'm not battling nobody named that right now. Who the fuck is Baba Tunde? Yeah, y'all trying to have me battle Papa Shango and Baba Tunde and all these motherfuckers. Rikishi, I'm not battling all that. Nah, I'm not battling Baba Tunde today. He could just sit there and rot. Yeah. Baba Tunde talking bullshit. Just let him be there and rot. Who cares what he talking about? The most informative boxing channel on YouTube, without a doubt. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. Fucking Papa Shango in here. Y'all trying to... Papa Shango. You're... Hold on, listen. Look at the names and faces of the profile pics. You're a fucking idiot, ego. Go get an education and a degree in media so you can at least call yourself a reporter. Anyone here listening to this stupid fuck is just wasting time out of your life. Bro, you that mad? Rafael Estevez. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. He said goodbye. Hold on, don't clap him yet. This is funny. So he says, anybody listening to this stupid fuck is wasting time out of your life, but you in here. So you a stupid fuck. And then these dudes are so stupid. He said, go get an education. You don't even know my level of education. We can do any decathlon, whatever you trying to do. I guarantee you I get higher scores than you. But besides that, why would I go get a degree in journalism or whatever the fuck you talking about when I do this and get paid more than motherfuckers that got journalism degrees in boxing? A lot of these, just so you know, a lot of motherfuckers in boxing, just so you know, they don't do boxing full time because they can't. They have second jobs. So what are you talking about? Now shooters can block you. I just had to make sure you heard that. Yeah, he want me to get some student loan debts and shit. What? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. And I'm not like anti-education. I think education is important. But nowadays with what's available, you know, education, if you think about it, what it costs to get an education, if you develop a skill set, you could be better off, you know, straight up. And see, people like that, they had like almost like a slave mentality, you know. That's what people are conditioned to think. Oh, I go to high school, K through 12, graduate, pick a nice college and shit like that. I've done college. I've done some college, right? Shout out to Brian Buckler, $14 super chat, Shmoney Gang. See, this is what I'm saying. Ego, why do you have to tell us the truth 100% of the time? Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm going to slice that down to 2% like milk and lie to y'all 98% of the time. But listen to any entrepreneur and anyone who's widely successful. I'm telling you, it's more than meets the eye. Like I study these people, like Jeff Bezos with Amazon. You know, you got guys like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Like a lot of these motherfuckers did not finish college or didn't go. Some of them even dropped out of high school. Like I think 50 Cent dropped out. You know, all these people, and they out here. They got people who went to college working for them. Shout out to George C. Real talk. He said information is more free than ever. You know, like let's say video editing. I really believe, you know, I'm not trying to sound cocky or whatever, but this is what I believe. You know, I don't care if you think I'm being cocky or whatever, fuck you. But I really believe there's people out there who there's a college out here called Expressions, because I know some of them, you know, people that went to San Francisco and went to little film schools. I'll work them over because I have something that they don't have on the job, on the field, you know, experience from actually doing it, being on like, you know, little sets and doing music videos, traveling and running into these problems. You were in a classroom. That don't make you nice, you know. Plus, I think I was born with creativity. I've always been creative, you know, knew how to draw, music, you know, just different stuff like that. I've always been a creative. So you can't teach that, you know, just like my sister, she can sing. You can't, it don't matter. You could take all the singing lessons you want, but Whitney Houston had a golden voice. You know, you can't teach the notes she could hit. And, you know, Michael Jackson, he was a little kid with soul. How is he singing like a grown up and putting passion in the lyrics? He's a little kid. So certain things you can't teach. You know, a lot of like high school and stuff that I learned, I never have to even apply it. You know, and I got good grades. I was on an honor roll and all types of stuff, but I don't apply like 90% of it. So, you know, education is not what you said. College is the hustle. Exactly. You know, education, formal education is not what some people make it out to be, you know. Shout out to Graylon Walsh, $10 super chat. Haha, congrats, Ego. Again, the haters inadvertently validating you and your success. You go to college to check the box, get a job, not learn the real grind. People got the game twisted. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to start thinking more entrepreneurial. Listen, I'm telling y'all straight up, you know, I don't get all into my finances stuff. I make more money than what I did when I had a job. Straight up. Take it how you want, you know. And I had good jobs, good hourly wages. I've been a salary manager, and guess what? I work on my own schedule. I do this when I want. I don't have to be on someone else's watch. Some of y'all be like, I'm telling you, some of y'all are institutionalized. And I'm not trying to sound like super righteous or nothing, but you're institutional. You got this prison mentality, you know, and that some of that comes from doubt and insecurity. You don't think you can make it. I know that I was gonna make it at some level, you know, because this is what I wanted to do, you know. But yeah, I used to, when I worked at Lowe's, I was a salary manager. I had to get up at 4 a.m. sometimes because I worked at multiple ones, but I worked at the one in Concord when they first built it. And that's a commute for me. You know, I have to cross a bridge. That's a $5 toll on the way back every single day. I'm commuting, you know. You deal with all types of customer problems and argument. It's like babysitting, you know. A lot of associates, you know, can't get along and shit like that. I work for myself. I wake up when I want. What you talking about? Motherfuckers saying go back to college. Do you know how many people want to be in this position? Now you got kids out of high school, they want to be YouTubers. They don't even want it, you know what I'm saying? They want to do this shit. And it's a reality. You just got to put your mind to it. So that's just something. So, you know, it's like the super chatter just said, that actually makes me happy when they hate in that way, because I know the reality of it. And I know the truth of it. Motherfuckers telling me to get a job, and then I'm sitting up here doing the job that I can control. I can control my success here. You know, this is not someone else's mission statement. This is my mission statement. You know, I can control the direction, the narrative, the mission statement, the content, the growth, you know? And I've always been the one to bet on me. Y'all gotta get y'all confidence up. Bet on you. If you ask me to bet on me, I love those odds. I love those odds. You know why I love those odds? Because I know what I'm capable of. I know the job that I'm going to do. I know my work ethic. I know how I was brought up. I know how my parents raised me. I know that I'm willing to learn. So if it comes to rely on someone else or bet on me, you know, I always have the confidence to bet on me. I know what I could do. I've been through hard times. I've been through all types of shit, and I still remain. So, you know, you guys got to start aligning yourself and get the odds in your favor, because you could control that. I can't control, like, when I worked at Lowe's and they laid off a bunch of people, and I was one of them because, you know, I didn't have any seniority in my position, and I was one of the youngest salary managers, and my manager told me straight up, he said, I knew you could bounce back because you don't have no kids or nothing, and you're the youngest, you don't have kids you have to support, so we had to make a cut. So they cut me. I learned from it. You know, I had a chip on my shoulder, but I'm so glad they cut me, because if they didn't cut me, then who knows what I would have probably been working like I had the rest of my life, or like all of my life, you know. So everything happens for a reason. That's what I'm saying. So when these motherfuckers be like, go get a real job, hating. This is a real job, and it's a job that I enjoy doing, that I could control. Like I said, if you ask me to bet on me, that's nothing, because I know what I can do. I don't know what my manager is going to do, what he's doing, or what coworkers are doing, you know, but I could control this. Yeah, I just seen car companies going through it, and, you know, popular, even out here, they just closed a whole bunch of car dealerships. People have been there 19, 20 plus years. No job. Hey, Block, witness 23 greatness. We sitting up here having a real conversation, and he's talking about Badu Jack. Ego looks like Badu Jack. Listen, y'all need to get on your hustle and on your grind. They worried about how I look. Worry about how you look. And worry about how you look to the world. Boxingego brand is a job well done. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Always work hard and get the odds in your favor so you could control some shit. You know, probably a kid telling you get a real job. They say it. You know, that's what I'm saying. The motherfuckers be like, stop panhandling. All right. That's what's up. Do for self. Listen, if you put me in any position where I could control my destiny, I love that. Or I could be the master of my own destiny, I love that. I love that. You know, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm not undermining certain things, like you want to be a doctor, you know, different things you have to go to school for, you know. So if that's what, I'm just saying, follow your passion. And nowadays, especially more so than ever, your passion doesn't always have to be getting into debt with student loans and going to college because your parents want to. You know, you got to make sure this is what you want to do. I know people that have computer engineering degrees that have double degrees, super smart, and they work, you know, at Trader Joe's or some shit. They work at Trader Joe's. they don't love what they do at all. So, you know, you just got to do what you, I know me, I could do the school thing. I've always had good grades. Like, you know, I've always been studious, but I'm also street smart, and I've also been a hustler. I've always hustled. You know, that's why I love that my family came to the Bay Area. Bay Area knows how to hustle, you know, and it's slept on. It's like one of the slept on places. Like Bay Area is like, it's like a little bit of everything. It's like there's parts of it like LA, parts of it that are like New York. It's like a melting pot of everything. You know, we have different cultures. Like, so I learned from everybody. We got a lot of like Filipino people that live here, a lot of Mexican people that live in Northern California, a lot of white and a lot of black people. So you learn to finesse and navigate, you know, like you get homies from different, you know, ethnic groups, Middle Eastern or whatever, and you learn about different cultures. That's why a lot of people from the Bay are so well cultured. We just do it mobbing, do it wiggling. Bay Area and this thing, bruh. You know what I mean? Bay Area is just cool. Cool, calm. Like I said, it's like LA, but it's not quite as fast. LA is just always something going on. Blah, 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 blah. LA is cool. But we do got hustlers. And we know that how to do it the independent route. Look at E40. Where did Master P come to get his tapes off? I'm telling you, the Bay Area, we move different. Mac Dre, like, come on, we just do it different. We start our own little wave, and it's cool. Everybody's just cool, chill, shit like that. You know, the weather be peaceful, and the other thing is like hustling, not even just like on a street level, but we got that too. But just look at the area I'm in. Do you understand how many companies that we all know and love started in the Bay? You know, YouTube started in San Bruno. That's right by San Francisco. You know, Northern California. This is the home. This is where I'm at. Silicon Valley. Like, y'all got to get with it, man. Google came from here. I think Uber. YouTube's in San Bruno. You know, like, this is what I come from. This is what I've been around. So all that get a job shit, y'all get a job. I'm doing what I like. I'm just telling you. This shit is like a bulletproof vest. When y'all say stupid shit like that, that just bounce right off me. Like, you know, like, it's like trying to shoot Superman with a regular bullet or something. That just ricochet right off me. I don't care about none of that dumb shit because I know I'm living my purpose and I'm living my best life doing what I want to do, doing it my way. It says, thanks, Ego, for this game. I am struggling in my business right now, but hearing you talk is providing me with some great inspiration right now. Thanks. I appreciate you. What you got to do is every business has like ups and downs. You got to sometimes the first step is finding what you want to do. You know, a lot of people don't know what they want to do. Like, I know a lot of people, oh, what am I good at? I mean, you got to figure that out before you can move forward. Something that you're not going to give up on, because every business is going to have its peaks and valleys. So if it's something you're going to give up on real quick, then you're not going to make it long term, you know. But if it's something you're passionate about, that keeps you going through those lulls and, you know, those rough times. Shout out to Jeff, the producer, $5 super chat. I make a living on the internet too, bro. Salute to the digital hustlers out here. That's what I'm saying. Digital mob. Hey, I like that. Digital mob. Oh my gosh, this that digital mob. I like that. So when we talk about sliding your DMs, we talking about with that digital mob. We digital mobbing, man. It's some new shit. There's a lot you could do. Like, and even for me, like, like, you have to find ways to reinvent yourself. I feel like that's always important. Like, I used to do the music video thing and the video edits and stuff, but I'm like basically taking myself back to school, not in the sense of going into a brick and mortar school, but I'm you know, back watching YouTube tutorials and Vimeo tutorials and reading and sharpening back up, because, you know, technology changes. There's new types of cuts and, well, not new types of cuts, but just new things available. So I'm refreshing, and, you know, I promise you, I feel sharp. I feel like Mayweather sharp right now. You get what I'm saying? So you got to always learn how to flip it and reinvent yourself. See, some of you guys, especially the young crowd, y'all don't know. There's people that have been like on the scene and then they reinvented themselves and then they really started. Like here, I'll give you some hip hop examples because this I love hip hop. But Joe Budden started off as a rapper. Now I think he said he's retired, but he's found success reinventing himself by hosting and doing the podcast shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of the young kids, if you're real young and, you know, don't go and do your homework or research, some people, you go to Joe Budden videos, podcast shit, they don't even know he was a rapper, you know? And it's a trip to think, but some people didn't even know Joe Budden was a rapper. But they know him for this, so it don't matter. So 2 Chainz, you know, shout out to my dude J-Dog. J-Dog real. I swear I was thinking of 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, when he was signed to Ludacris's label. Some of y'all don't know Ludacris was a rapper probably, you know, because he's doing more of the movie shit. But anyway, Disturbing the Peace, he was called Titty Boy. And he never really was making that much noise as Titty Boy. But then when he rebranded himself as 2 Chainz, it took off for him. And then you start hearing him on like hot singles with Drake and stuff and everything. So yeah, you got to flip it. You got to learn how to rebrand yourself, reinvent yourself, and, you know, keep things pushing. Like, put it all together, so to speak. That's why I feel like I'm good at no matter what, you know, because I'm a chameleon. I'm going to get in where I fit in. You see that with actors, too. Like, you see an actor, and then they'll, like Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was just kind of doing the actor stuff, but he's done some really good movies as a director. The Town is dope. The Town is a dope movie, and he directed that shit. Gone Baby Gone was good. You know, you got to flip it. That's his name, Titty Boy. Robert Downey. That's another good one. Yeah, he had all type run-ins with the law in the 80s, drug addict. Then he did Iron Man. What's up with that Iron Man, man? He did Iron Man. That shit went back. He got it back. Got the gift back. Cleaned up. I used to listen to Luda when he was on the radio station in Atlanta. His name was Chris Lover. And Titty Boy was in them streets. See? Ego, I got the perfect one for. Ben Affleck is definitely a talented director. Hell yeah. The Town was dope. You know, I watched The Town the first time, and I was like, oh, that was cool. But then I rewatched it, and I'm like, this shit is dope. Like, it got better to me. And then every time I watch it after, it's like really, The Town is dope. What dude from Goody Mob? CeeLo? Get rich to this. See, y'all don't know about that old Goody Mob. I said you crazy. Yeah, they be on all them. Oh, J-Dog is killing y'all. Jordan Peele. That Us movie looks raw. And Get Out was dope. You know? I'm telling you, man, it's you got to just hustle. You got to flip it. You got to find out what works. And see, this is the thing. School don't always teach you that. School don't always teach you that. School don't teach you how to hustle. At least the schools I went to. I've been around some real dudes, like, you know, that was in the streets doing whatever they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I learned more of the game. Like, I knew a dude, he used to have, like, just, like, bootleg DVDs. And I started having, you know what I'm saying, just different shit. Like, you got to learn how to wiggle, bro. They don't teach you certain things in school. And sometimes they teach you the wrong things in school. Like telling you Christopher Columbus discovered America. Even though it had people already on the continent, you know, indigenous people. Yeah, that Us movie looked like it's official. I want to see that. But I'm just saying, yeah, y'all gotta get, and see, there's nothing wrong with having a regular job because you have to grind. But I'm saying for my creatives, when there's something you want to do and you don't want to be confined to just that, it doesn't have to be your reality. If you have a job and you work corporate America, or you work at a cubicle and you love it, keep doing that. Keep rocking with it. See, I'm not really, I joke around and stuff, but I'm not judgmental. If it works for you, it works for you. If it don't, it don't. Period. I'm just talking about my people who I know hate their job, but then they have a talent in something. You better make it, you better make them letters connect. Yeah, that Us movie looks dope. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, I mean, he went from rap to being an actor. Even, another person for the Bay that I respect too is Ryan Coogler. Because he had much lower budget films like Fruitville Station. And then from that, he got a good thing going, like with the Michael B. Jordan, pairing. And then he, did Creed. I thought that was dope. Then Black Panther, so I can't wait to see his next movie. Mark Wahlberg was in that movie Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito. That was kind of tight back in the day. So y'all got to learn how to flip it. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a little bit like more and more of these like interpersonal, just talks and conversation. I know we talk about boxing and the stuff going on, but I want to see people. I want to see my crew, Ego's Army. I want to see y'all all succeed, especially if you all have visions. If you want to do this YouTube shit or whatever, it's a possibility. You just got to make it work. You got to be consistent, got to be passionate. And I think one of the biggest things that keeps people down is they let fear get in the way. That's no way to think. That's no proper way to think. If fear, most of the time, if you've ever been fearful, what you'll realize is this. Most of the time when you fear something, and you actually do it, it's not even as bad as you envisioned it. Like, even if it's trying a food, let's say you're afraid to try sushi. Like, raw fish, that just sounds nasty to me. Or anchovies, that sounds nasty, And then when you try it, even if you don't love it, it's not like your body start convulsing and, projectile vomits coming out because you ate anchovy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about eating no Fear Factor bullshit, mountain oysters and buffalo dick or something, something out of pocket. But people fear sushi or, anchovy or something. They try it. It's not, was it really that bad? So fear will gas you up into thinking that it's worse than what it really is. See, I live by a different creed. I feel like I'm cut from a different cloth. My fear lies from failure. My fear lies in having regrets. You get what I'm saying? That's what I fear. I don't care about like doing something and then being bad at it at first and then I learn it. Because who cares? Because once you learn it, you learn it. It's just like driving a car. It don't matter if you sucked at driving a car when you first started. Once you get the hang of it, you got it, So I don't care about that type of stuff. But I fear the long term. Like, I don't want to be old and I'm like, damn, why didn't I try this? Why didn't I do that? That's what scares me more so than, let me try this new thing out. Let me try, let me try out this new piece of equipment and, let me try to edit videos. I mean, you got to look at it like, for me, this is what I try to do. If you ever have fear, it works for me. Just simplify it. If you simplify life, life becomes simple. For example, let's say there's a new piece of video editing software that's new to me, right? So that could be overwhelming. It's like, I never used this program. I never used Final Cut or, whatever it is. It's overwhelming because another system and you don't know anything about this. There's only one. Simplify it. There's only one of a few things that happen. Either you're gonna fucking learn it or you're not. Right? As of right now, you don't know how to use it. So what's the worst that could happen? You try, you don't learn it, then, you just never learned it. So just make stuff simple. You don't know it now. So the worst, at the very least, you try it and it's too hard for you. You stay consistent and it remains too hard for you. So you never learn that. But what's the benefit? You learn it and you become good at it. Let's get it. I love movies. I wish I could be a director. It's not about wishing. It's about doing. Put a plan into motion. When you learn to use the speed bag for the first time, it's frustrating. Yeah, it is. It seems super hard because you have to time it. But you see Floyd Mayweather, I doubt, I don't know, but I doubt Floyd was as nice with the jump rope and the speed bag when he was a little kid doing it, when he just first started, because you have to learn it, So that's how it is. See, Kane, that's what I'm talking about. Be a director on YouTube. Start out small, We got a lot of stuff we working on. Just know that. 2019. Let's get it. I don't know what AJ, I don't know who he gonna fight. Eddie Hearn, but we got some shit. Even I just like when people reinvent themselves. It's not like Paulie Malignaggi won all of his later fights. He lost to Sean Porter, Amir Khan, Sam Agington, but he's a hell of a commentator. That's what I'm talking about. You got to reinvent yourself. He found a lane, and now people go to him for his thoughts. Max Kellerman used to rap. Now he on ESPN First Take. I feel like all this stuff is at your disposal, The world is yours, Chico. Look at the people supporting Ego. If you put the work in, people will support your cause. Yeah, man. You're always going to have haters, but, obviously we wouldn't be here if the ratio to haters was greater than the support. So, you just understand that's what it is and keep it rocking. Like I said, I just come from a land of hustlers, so I already know what it is. Some of the greatest inventions. Let me, just because I got to put on, I always got to rep for the Bay. I got to rep for the Bay. Hey, let's get it. Hold on, y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Hold on 1 second, yo. Just got me a new Mac laptop, about to get back on these boxing videos, and I'm starting a new channel, Rebuilding Cars, on January 15th. That's what I'm saying. You just got to get a running game plan of what you're trying to do. We the gang, man. There's just so much to do, and I feel like the timing is perfect for everything. Like, for example, this YouTube shit. Like, when I was doing music and I was filming, like doing music videos and stuff, this shit was way more expensive. It was way more expensive back in the day to get like the gear that was the poppin'est gear at the time. But per usual, electronics and gadgets and stuff, as it evolves and, you know, after it's been out, it gets more affordable. Like to get I got my first camera, well, like the first like real camera I got was the Canon 7D, and it cost like 2,000 something. You know, doesn't do 4K or anything, right? And it was a dope camera. I got some good use out of it. But it used to be, it ran you like a lot more. Now you can get like different cameras for cheaper. You know, you can get a nice camera for like $500 maybe. Something that hella megapixels and shit. You know, this just, now they got apps that do shit. You know, it's just a different time. I'm trying to tell y'all better use this. We digital mobbing. You know, y'all better use this shit to your advantage, because like back in the day when I used to have to do some of it, like, I'm not trying to sound like super old or like one of them old ass motherfuckers, but like, it just shows you how quick technology moves. Just like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, this shit was much harder. People do full on YouTube videos through your phone. 8 years ago, that would have been really hard to produce a quality video all on your phone. But now some people do it. Some people have successful channels and they do that. You know? Different game. That's what I'm saying. People take like nice pictures with portable devices and shit. That wasn't always the case. You know, like getting like a dope microphone, you know, all that shit used to run you. It used to cost you a lot more. But now, you know, it's a wrap. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Holla at the boy. I've been bumping my gums. Anyway, AJ, you got to do something, baby. You know, you called out Luis Ortiz. I look forward to seeing some types of negotiations, some type of major push. Because for me, it's not just about calling these people out. Frank Warren, he just says, I doubt Eddie Hearns or Anthony Joshua want to fight Tyson Fury. And I doubt that too, you know. Anybody could say it, but it's about putting it into motion. And it baffles me, like, how does he keep winning these fights, keep bragging about being the A side and these different things like that, about how, you know, he's the top guy and 4 belts and posing like this, but you can never get the fights that you're claiming you really want? They about to lowball Ortiz? Man, hell yeah. They about to offer Luis Ortiz $1,500 and some Mamba candy, and maybe a pack of gobstoppers. If they do offer, you already know, bro. They about to offer him a pack of Mamba, some chewy gobstoppers, and $1,500, and say, hey, we offered him something. I mean, we're the A side. If he wants this. Man, you already know. They're like, oh yeah, we offer him 50,000 and some plantains. Like 50,000 in plantains. Like, what you talking about, bro? Yeah, we decided to give him a nice meal. They about to offer him 25,000 in Snoop's Dogfather album. Like, what you mean? Dogfather's a classic. Like, bro, really? That's the offer? He said a can of soup. I'm done. That's what I'm saying. They finna offer him $500 in a fidget spinner. Talking about take the fight if you really wanted it. Costco pack a cup of noodles and a TV guide from 1993. Because they didn't even offer him nothing with Dillian White. So why they offered him a low ball for that. So why are they going to put their cash cow in that type of fight and offer him something real? That's the oldest trick of the book to get out of fight. They gonna offer him some Chuck E. Cheese tokens and a Sam's Club membership for 1 year. Talking about take the fight. Like, hell no, bro. Hell no. $250 in a DAZN subscription. 6 months. Shit, they'll probably give him the 30-day trial and act like that's something. What do you want more than from us? We gave you 30 days for free. Like, motherfucker, anybody could get that. Anybody can get that 30-day trial. What you talking about? A BlackBerry and a gym membership. They finna offer him $100 in a Terry Crews tell-all book with a Kevin Spacey autograph. Like, what the fuck? Terry Crews tell-all book. What the fuck is this? They finna offer him an iPhone 3GS and a wave cap. And Drake's Controller single, Controller. I think I lie for you. Yeah. Like Controller. Hell nah. You already know. I'm not stupid. Y'all know I'm keeping it a buck. They're gonna give him a season pass to Six Flags and one of the bullets from 50 Cent shooting. Hey, something special, nigga. Hit my wisdom tooth, spit it out. I don't smell like ain't shit pretty. And a Get Rich or Die Trying album. Got a Purple Heart for war. I ain't never left the city. Hoes be like 50. Make it hot, nigga. I smell pussy. Is that you, Jai? I smell pussy. Is that you, Irv? Y'all niggas is pussy. Something special, man. Like, what the fuck is this? What type of offer? Man, come on, bro. They're not finna give Luis Ortiz no real fucking offer. Listen, I want to be wrong. Make me wrong. Eddie Hearn, any of y'all, make me wrong. I want to be wrong. They finna offer him a bottle of Diamond Tap and a fucking Bill Cosby sweater or some shit. I would like to talk to Luis King Kong Ortiz about the sweater. Dow. It's the pudding. I got the Huxtable, my son Theo. Like, the Jello with the pudding. If the King Kong ain't got shit on me, no. I said King Kong. Yeah, Theo, all that. Lisa Bonet, all them. Jason Momoa, all them motherfuckers. Man, come on, bro. Prove me wrong. I can't wait, you know. And then when you see the offer come out and they offer Luis King Kong Ortiz 2 Aquaman passes, you know, and a Polaroid camera, then y'all be like, see, Ego told me. Ego told me what was coming. I doubt that they give Luis Ortiz a shot. Joshua said he want to fight America, fight King Kong in New York. That's where King Kong got in the movie. Let's see if Joshua could do what Wilder did. You guys know what they gonna give him. They gonna give that man Luis Ortiz a fucking bingo dauber and some bubble wrap to pop. I used to fuck with that bubble wrap. You know, just popping it for no reason. Pop, 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 pop. They can get some Magnum condoms and a Orville Redenbacher popcorn. Movie theater butter. Fuck you, me. Shout out to Mr. King Palmer, $5 super chat. That movie Blade Runner was filmed with the iPhone 7 Plus. What? I never heard of that. They filmed Blade Runner with an iPhone. I never heard that. They probably put a fucking $100,000 lens on it or something, because that don't sound right. That sounds like you might be confusing that with the sex tape or something. Like Ray J or some shit. You know how they be coming out with them porns that are like playoff? Like instead of Blade Runner, it'd be like Blade Comer. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's entirely correct, bro. You was watching Ray J sex tape. Y'all know y'all watched that Kardashian sex tape. Y'all nasty. I had to turn it off though, because Ray J was like talking in the camera, like on the build-up scenes. He was like, like, I got something for y'all to check on. Like, hey, bro, we don't need you to narrate this shit. Don't watch it. He said I never watch it. Just don't do it. Ray J was like, he had like a robe on and he was like narrating. He was like, yeah, so me and Kim, we about to like it just, we don't need you, bro. This dude was, no, he was, I swear, I'm real. He was like, like, I got something for y'all niggas to check out. Like, y'all knew you was selling the tape, because why are you talking to the camera? Like, commentating on this shit. You ain't Pauly Malignaggi, motherfucker. You motherfucker was doing commentary and shit. Like, you must have knew that sex tape was gonna leak, because why are you talking? They're gonna offer Luis Ortiz a fucking West Coast production, Wesley Pipes collection. I'm so done. I like Wesley Pipes be talking the most shit. That's the funny shit. Yeah. Balls deep. Yeah. Lift it up. Like, don't ever watch no Wesley Pipes and then try to score with somebody. I tried that shit. I was talking hella shit, Got me choking and shit. No, you gotta talk to them porn star bitches like that. You can't just do it to the regular girl. I tried that shit. Regular girls, they start getting mad. Like, I'm like, yeah, bitch, lift it up. Yeah, on that bitch. She turned into Queen Latifah and shit. Who you calling a bitch? I ain't a bitch, you're a you and 19. He's like, oh shit. This shit don't work in real life. I ain't a bitch, you're a living in, hey, single in the 90s kind of world. Like, don't ever talk that porn star shit to you, to an actual chick that you dealing with. Yeah, lift them up, balls deep. Yeah, lift them up. That shit does not work, bro. I'm like, man, why y'all? She started hitting you and shit. Why y'all trying to hit me with that? You butt naked try to defend. You butt naked try to deflect the shots. And get off me! Why y'all tripping when I come? I was just role playing. See, that's the worst part about it. Like, when dudes get assaulted by women, we just gotta just take it. or just be on some Ray Rice shit and then go to jail and, you know, get kicked off the Madden game. So, you know, you just gotta just get slapped the fuck up. You just gotta get beat the fuck up and shit. Cause girls, like, they will try it. I never been hit like that by no female like that. And Kate is hella funny. He said, I hate Wesley Pipes. He's the Puffy of all porn, all in the video. Like, it's like HBO boxing's commentary. You almost have to watch it on mute because you can't enjoy it because he's just talking so much shit. And he's like open up, like chill. I can't get jiggy with this motherfucker. Try again, motherfucker. Do you know who you're dealing with? Wesley Pipes, you be talking hella shit to the. Yeah, to the AC. Yeah, all the way back up. Back that up. To the AC. To the AC unit. Like, bro, chill out, bro. I'm surprised he doesn't score his sex scene. Yeah, he'd be out of pocket, bro. He said, make you go hey, y'all tripping. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't get jiggy with it because it's like he doing too much. Like he like, you know, it's like one of the people that they on TV. So, like, have you ever seen like a movie or something and they got a role in the movie? So it's like they did the most. He said, Wesley Pipes be like, oh, you nasty. Oh, you nasty. That's what I'm saying. Like, he be saying hella shit during. Like, remember Justice Slayer? That motherfucker had Timbs on. Like, why are you naked with Timbs on? Hey, these New York dudes, I don't know where Wesley Pipes from, but these New York dudes wearing, they talk about my sunglasses. This motherfucker wearing sunglasses with Timbs on. Like, you just asshole naked with Timbs on. Looking like a butt-ass naked Jodeci or something. So I look like, and it means so much to me. His feet fucked up. Nah, bro. You wearing Timbs, though. And Timbs are, like, solidly made. So I know that shit was heavy. You just be on the... just be at the foot of the bed, stomping and shit. Bro. Get them Timbs off, bro. These New Yorkers be wilding with these Timbs. Like, it's not that... Like... Never mind. These New Yorkers... They be tripping with them Timbs. Like, you can't take them off during sex, though? Like, is that for real? Like, dead ass, girl. You my guy. But you a girl. Dead ass. He said Triple G doing porn. What? Hell no. Hell no, God. The motherfucker be, hey, I know this tick, tick, tick. Hell no, God. I can't picture that. Y'all tripping. I can't picture it. Hey, Max, y'all right. Like, why is Max in there, right? What are you talking about? Hey, no, Max. It feels good, right? Hey, this is good. I respect it. Triple G be some shit. Hey, no, it's good. I respect this. It's true champion. Oh my God, this. I'm doing a Dougie. I'm Dougie. I respect it. You know, you got that. That's how you know you really think you're doing work when you like, you got that little, like a little towel to blotch up. And no, like you at church and shit. And no, it's respect. It's respect. This is good. And no, God. I'm going to hell for these jokes and shit. Hey, Max, close the door, Max. Yeah, man. Hey, Max. I'm ready now, not for future. I'm about to now. See, I don't want to say the word, but like, I'm about to now, not for future, right the fuck now. I'm going to hell for these jokes. I'm about to come, not for future, right the fuck now. No. I hope Abel isn't in it. Yeah, he'd be like, black fighters don't sell important, you know. It's not true. Triple G be in it, in them guts, like, yeah. And no, Mexican style. Yeah, a Mexican style. Man, you can get that Mexican style. Man, grab her by the hair, Mexican style. My secret move is where you get the hair and then you wind it up. When you wind up the hair, I got good. It's like I be like breakdancing with it. You gotta, especially if she got long hair, you gotta wind that. You gotta wind that hair up into a knot. And no, God, man, I be like Van Damme with that ponytail. Yeah. Oh. Once you, y'all know what I'm saying? Once you get that ponytail like swirled around the shit, you be like Van Damme. You're discharged, Sarge. Nah, I'm just making jokes. Hey, these comments are so out of pockets. I don't even know how I got lured into these impressions, but this shit is pretty funny. It said, picture Manny doing it. Y'all crazy. Manny probably do that quick shit he be doing in the ring. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Just be jumping all over the place. Like, sit still. Shit don't even make sense that he's saying. I want to thank my promoter. It's up to my promoter. Like, how's this up to your promoter right now? That makes no sense. It's up to my promoter, Bob Adam, who you sleep with is up to your promoter. I want to thank this lady for That's how Manny would do it. It's 6:45 and we ain't leaving until 6 in the morning. She wants to see who has the biggest sack. He is I and I am him. Mirror on the wall. Who is the top dog of them all? It was a ruffle duffle. 5 minutes it lasted. She said, you could see. I like to party in bullshit with Let me stop. Y'all are out of control this morning. Someone said Manny thanks God before fucking. I'm done. I want to thank the man above for. Anyway, I'm the Stream King. You already know what it is. These are just jokes, people. We just like to have fun, a little bit of entertainment. Forget about it. I'm going to start Denzel. I actually have done impersonations. I'm going to start doing that again. Start doing the Denzel. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, okay. Jake! Now this bedroom is 95% bullshit. Somebody said Shannon Brick. Nah, that dude too aggressive. He gonna scare the chick. Yeah, let's go, champ. Okay, I've been thinking about this all evening. Ever since I see you at the club, I've been thinking about this one moment, champ. I'm glad you came home with me, champ. You came back now, and now it's on. It's on, champ. Like Shannon Briggs gonna get hit her with that Brownsville. She ain't gonna be ready for that. Yeah, champ. Don't touch me. Don't you ever do that, champ. Let's go, champ. Like, yo, y'all gotta chill. I'm on the bus crying. Yeah, Shannon Briggs is probably too. Yeah, champ. Look at her. Look at her. Like, hey, bro, you gotta chill out with this. I couldn't watch those. Shannon Briggs. He would probably have the Timbs on though. Yeah, champ. That's how Briggs would do. You know, you had that good stroke, and then you talk to the camera like, bop, yeah, bop. I said, yeah, champ. What you gonna do about it, champ? Okay, champ. Yeah, I said, champ. I said, yeah, champ. I know you wasn't expecting all this, champ, but I'm back now. Let's go, champ. Yeah. That's that New York shit. Look at her. like just look at the camera. Look at her. She like, he go down on me. Whatever I eat, you eat. Whatever you eat, I eat. It's all good, champ. We both eating, champ. AJ growing some balls. I mean, he called out Luis Ortiz, but it didn't sound that convincing. Nah, don't touch me. Get off me, champ. Get off me. Don't do that. Don't you ever touch me like that, champ. You know, when she tried to touch the butt. Try to put a finger by the butt. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that. Don't touch me, champ. Don't ever go there. Don't go there, champ. I'm not down with that, champ. This dude Briggs' fist is like this. This dude is like, don't you do that, champ. He was savage eating. Somebody on Twitter sent me the video of him. This is legendary shit. This is really legendary. He really found Klitschko up in that water. He found Klitschko in that water. Look. Listen, this I feel like people didn't give this proper credit. Do you know how hard it would be to find somebody in the middle of the ocean? Like, how did he do this? And he got a captain like steering the boat just so he can taunt Klitschko? Like, who signed up for this? Like, oh yeah, we could take my boat out and you're gonna taunt a 6'6" Ukrainian. Okay, cool. Like, look, they're in the middle of nowhere and he found. And you the chump.
I'm the champion.
Why is his laugh so villainous?
It's funny. Now you see me, I'm everywhere, baby. Everywhere you go, I go. Everything you do, I do. Let's go, champ.
Listen to his laugh, though. He said, I'm the champ, and you the chump. Like his laugh is so just.
I'm the champ, and you the joke. I'm the champ, and you the joke. Let's go, champ.
That laugh is like a movie villain laugh.
Joke. Now you see me, I'm everywhere, baby. Everywhere you go, I go. Everything you do, I do. Let's go, champ. I'm the champ, and you the joke. I'm the champ, and you the joke. Let's go, champ.
Hey, this dude is the funniest dude in boxing. We out here. Listen, after he did this, he started, whoever was driving the boat, he told them to drive around in circles, and they created a whirlpool of waves that knocked Klitschko off of the boat. Do you understand? This is like movie stuff. Klitschko's on this whatever paddle board or whatever that shit's called, right? And then they drove around in circles in the boat to create a current and a whirlpool, and he fell off of the paddle board, the boogie board or whatever you call it. Look, the boat started creating waves. Watch. They start circling him. Watch, look at you see how the waves are picking up? Because he's going in circles. Make a wave. Look at the waves picking up. Look at him making them waves. He's creating a whirlwind. You see him fall? Listen to the laugh.
What's up, buddy? What's up, champ? You okay? You okay, buddy? You okay, little buddy? Yeah. He mad. He mad. Don't get mad. Sign the fight. Get over here. Yeah, get over for white.
That laugh is the funniest shit ever. Listen.
He mad. Don't get mad. Sign the fight. Get over here. Yeah, get over for white. Fight me in the ring. I want you in the ring.
That laugh got me dead. I'm done. Oh, he mad. He mad, y'all. Oh my God. This dude knocked him off of that shit. I about lost it. Whatever you eat. That's some like Cape Fear level shit. That's Cape Fear level. Like you found this dude in the middle of the water and knocked him off of it. He was just minding his own business. Yeah. Get over here for what? This dude wildin'. I tell you, Brooklyn ain't got no chill. They be wildin'. Them boys be wildin'. You heard Klitschko was pissed. He said, "You crossed the fucking line. You crossed the fucking line." You never really hear Klitschko. All that shit Tyson Fury was doing with the Batman, Klitschko was cool. But he was like, "You crossed the fucking line. You crossed the fucking line." Klitschko was pissed. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I've been bumping my gums. Yeah, champ. Okay, you in the water. He mad, y'all. That laugh, though. Yeah, champ. He was really laughing. Oh, my. I got to watch the one about where he started eating. He said, "You mad? I'm glad." Yeah, this dude is crazy. Everybody should watch that. That's classic heavyweight shit. you know, that's next level. That's funnier than any of Tyson Fury Wilder shit. You know, like build up shit that they said. They had some good shit, but that was funny. Yeah, man, when he found him in that Italian restaurant, that was classic. Anyway, I'm out. Holla at the boy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Digital mobbing. We working.